Yo, what's up, sleepers? It's your boy Eddbedhead here in the Sleeping Cinema, and today I have with me
Senpai back.
It's Chewy again.
And Aleksey, also known as Backstep246.
He was our host last week.
Yeah.
Bro, why you gotta say your full name, bro?
That was a
You don't think they
bad
all know
host.
I'm back in the cinema. I did listen to the episode. The audio was a little rough, and your reading was a little rough too.
Yeah, like I said.
But anyway, there will be timestamps in the description for the pre-recorded version of this episode, so make sure to check that out if you want to skip ahead to any other parts. Now, let's buy some tickets and grab our favorite concessions. All right, so how's your guys' week been?
I've been all right. I've been rewatching. I've been watching a bunch of shows, and
really?
yeah, we'll obviously talk about that later. But besides that, just been working and been playing some Fortnite to try to get some rainbow skins by the end of the season.
I'm going to turn up your guys' audio levels real quick.
All right.
All right.
You sure you want to turn mine up?
Well, May was texting me that you guys are quiet.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I said I'm pretty loud, May. Are you sure?
All right, so that should be better. You been getting sweet Vic Roy's, bro?
Yeah. I was gonna play with Javier when we went to see Candyman, but
I got busy. Okay, leave me alone.
yeah, he said he was gonna be on in a bit, and then it was like an hour and a half to 2 hours later, and he still wasn't on.
I was dealing with stuff, honestly. I didn't think I was gonna end up dealing with everything I had to deal with.
Yeah,
it
how
what the-
has your week been? You sound like you had a busy week.
Not really. I mean,
Just the
I-
weekend? Just yesterday?
Just the weekend.
Just yesterday.
Yeah, just yesterday, honestly. Honest to God.
Was the stuff that you had to deal with, was it related to the quince?
No.
Oh.
Okay.
No, I was just my week's been pretty chill. I got a new spot on my yard at my job, so now I'm officially an operator. All I do is sit down and drive cranes all day.
That sounds dope.
You just considered about going to Panda Express.
To be honest, yes, but that's because of the pay. I still only make like 16 right now,
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's a good pay.
and
right
then
there.
but like there was 16 with bonus, and now I don't make bonus, so I'm gonna walk up to
Damn.
my boss and I demand to make 18 right now.
How does bonus
Or I'll
work?
walk.
Huh?
How does bonus work? Does it just like come in?
It's based off your tonnage for that job, like how much
Oh.
you throw down a bin.
Oh, okay.
I'm blanking out. What were we just talking about?
How's your week been, Aleksey?
My week has been pretty chill. I started watching One Piece again from scratch.
Heck
Wow.
yeah,
So
I
weird.
approve. I
Why
approve.
can't you watch something else?
I'm sorry because
Right,
none of
there's
the other
lots of
anime,
other animes.
Look,
if
the
you're already
anime
caught up on One Piece.
like the way anime works for me is it has to be very exceptional for me to even take a look at it.
He also can't read the manga for it.
That's
Don't
why you
forget.
watch
And I also,
SAO.
I also can't read manga for it.
You're
If I
gonna
read
tell
the
me
manga-
that's why you watched SAO Exceptional?
I didn't read.
SAO's great.
SAO
You
is
can
actually
suck
better
it.
than you guys give it credit.
I know,
It's better
they're
than
just-
you guys
Bro,
give
I
credit to.
watched. Are we talking about the same
it's
show?
not the same.
Dude, SAO's awesome. You guys are just whacked.
You're
Dude,
not
the
watching
first
JoJo.
season
I'm
is
not gonna
great.
watch JoJo, no,
You guys-
Why?
because I don't want to.
JoJo's
You said
actually pretty good
exceptional.
too.
Yeah, it's exceptional.
It's pretty good.
I tried watching the first season,
Yeah, you said you watched like a little bit of it. Though.
one episode. Yep,
Yeah, one episode.
and it didn't grab me.
Wow.
Well, you know the rule of thumb for anime, right?
At least 3.
It's at least 3. You have
It's hard to get through 3 episodes of JoJo.
Well, you
It's
have
hard
to.
to even think about One Piece.
Oh,
No, it's not.
Oh, hey, I'm fighting both of you guys on this. 'Cause I actually like both of them, so you guys can suck.
But yeah, I started One Piece.
Bro, I started rewatching Naruto as well.
oh my
Why?
gosh.
Yeah,
So I watched
also been
Naruto,
watching
One
that
Piece,
too,
and then
yeah.
I'm thinking about rewatching Bleach.
Oh my gosh.
Why
The
are
big
these
three.
long ass series?
Because
that you-
the big
These
3,
shorter
bro.
shows.
Bro, did you hear about the new Big 3 that's coming out?
the new big 3 that's coming.
You mean
out?
the one that's coming back? No.
Is it
Bleach?
Boruto?
All right, this is not an anime podcast.
Okay,
Moving on.
moving on.
Well,
Wait.
also, I guess for the week, yesterday I went. Yesterday I went to a quinceañera
Oh yeah, I did that too.
of
Yeah, we all
Javier's
did that.
sister.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was lit. She was riding a horse.
Oh dang.
She
Yeah.
almost
That
fell.
was a small horse.
It was pretty fun.
I don't know if it was small, bro.
It started off a little rough, but after a while it caught up.
It was
Okay.
super hot there. Wow.
I bet if it was
Well,
outside.
not really hot. It was more humid than anything, but
I mean,
Yeah.
it was only 94 out yesterday.
I didn't
The-
feel that way.
The flies were the biggest problem for me.
Yeah.
To be honest, yes.
They like there was mosquitoes out, and like they like stung me in like places that I had clothes like covering my
Oh,
skin.
so they're like,
Like my leg. I had pants on. I had pants on yesterday.
I like to go to these events without pants.
What? How's it going? It's just a speedo off.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh no. All right, so for me, I finally beat FNAF 1, 2, and 3. Slowly been growing the channel, hanging out with new people on stream. So it's been great so far.
It was crazy because I think I caught one of your FNAF 2 streams,
Oh yeah.
and then like a day or two later, I'm already seeing that you're on FNAF 3.
Yeah, dude.
They're fast games.
They are. I mean, I struggle, but
Well, the like back in the day when they first came out, and I was watching like Markiplier. play
Marky
them.
Poo? I
Yes, yes. He made it seem like they were like super hard tests by the end of the game, so I thought it would take you a lot longer.
to be fair, I only beat up to 5. There's bonus nights, like bonus levels you can play, but I'm not into that because that's really hard.
I meant to ask. I wanted to ask you, how do you feel about the FNAF franchise? Do you like the games and stuff like
Yeah,
that?
I'm really enjoying it. I like it. The community's pretty cool too. They're pretty supportive
So,
and helping out.
I didn't know if you know this, but you know the creator of FNAF?
Yeah, I know the controversy.
Yeah,
around
okay.
that.
So I didn't know if
I
you
know.
knew it.
He actually retired. I don't know if you guys know that.
Yeah, I think because of the
Controversy that
with the
happened.
charities or
Mhm.
whatever.
Yeah, that's the reason why you
Yeah.
retired. Because
I mean, I enjoy the content. I don't know about the creators and stuff, but I enjoy the actual games that I get to play and the friends that I get to make.
low
while
key,
doing
I
it.
feel like he's just in the background, like still supporting the FNAF game.
Like I
Maybe.
still like catch up on like FNAF lore on the the Game
Oh,
Theories
yeah.
channel,
Bro.
even though
It's still coming out. Yeah.
I don't even see the gameplay for most of these games that
Really?
are coming out anymore.
Really?
Like I'm pretty sure I stopped at the one after sister location.
I got FNAF VR a couple days ago.
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
you started playing.
I was
that
thinking
yesterday.
of playing that, but then I never had the time, and by then the
It's
PSVR
laggy
was
on
kind of
VR. It's lag on VR. I don't know why.
Mm.
Wait, VR for like the computer or for the PS?
VR.
should have got
Computer.
Computer?
that Steam
He's got the
VR
Oculus, I
set.
think.
No, he's got the HTC Vive.
Oh okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, get the Valve, bro.
I might if he wants to buy my Vive.
Yeah, I
I'll
was
get the
thinking of
Vive.
buying his Vive,
There you
maybe.
go. All right, so with that, let's take our seats and let's get into the trailers. So, any new movies, TV shows, or video games you guys are looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to that Sopranos prequel. I saw a trailer for it a
that's
couple
right.
weeks ago, maybe
You're
last
weird.
week.
You're weird, bro.
Why?
I
Why?
don't know.
Sopranos was a pretty
It's a
popular
really,
show.
It's a really good show.
It was
What's it
pretty
about?
popular.
What is it on?
It's
Mobsters.
mhm.
It's on HBO Max, isn't it?
Is it
Yeah, it's
cool
on HBO.
mobsters like
Cool
Danny
mobs.
DeVito?
Like Italian
Yeah,
mobster.
like Godfather type mobsters.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
But like 90s era,
Okay.
not like
in the 20s.
Yeah.
not in the 20s.
Oh, I forgot to mention this. We also seen Paw Patrol.
We'll talk about that later once we get to the content we've seen this week's section.
You guys want to mention that again?
I forgot.
A little tease for you guys towards the end of the podcast. We'll talk about Paw Patrol.
I was so ashamed going into the movie theater.
We'll get into everything.
Yeah.
Let's save it. Let's save it. What any new content you're looking forward to?
No,
Senpai?
not really. I'm just I guess I'm more looking forward to all the new seasonal animes that are coming out.
Okay.
Like what?
I don't remember.
Oh, I'm looking forward to JoJo season.
Oh, yep. Part 6.
Part
Is it?
6.
Isn't that
Yeah.
coming out this season? Like for the,
Not
I think it's the winter season that's coming up.
I haven't been keeping up with like looking up at like schedules for seasons and shit like that.
Mm.
I just know it's coming out at some point. I kind of like with JoJo, you kind of after you finish it a season, you kind of have to like forget about it until it comes back on.
Forget about
it takes years, like a long time for them to come back.
Yeah.
I know this is not related to anything new content or anything, but have you guys ever seen Wonder Egg?
No.
No. What is Wonder Egg?
No.
Well, I mean that's let's just skip through it. I think this isn't there a part where you talk about.
Yeah,
stuff you
well, that's towards the end of the podcast.
So let's just skip through it right now.
All right, what about you, Backstab? Any new content you're looking forward to?
Any new content I'm looking forward to?
Video games, movies, TV shows.
I've already told you guys. I say every new Pokemon games. Obviously, I couldn't get them. I ever got them pre-ordered. Other than that, not really new content. Like I just watching Harry
Aleksey,
Potter and stuff like that.
You want to go watch a monster fight movie for kids?
What movie are we talking here?
Oh, Will Smith just got shown off for Fortnite.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah,
Did you
yeah.
see it in Fortnite?
Men in Black, like
The only video game where Ariana Grande can battle
Did
Thanos.
you see that there was an MLK event?
I heard it failed epically. I don't know, but I don't know the context of what happened. But
What were you talking about? The monster movie?
I don't know. It's a monster fighting movie. It's for kids. It's gonna be in like one of those new
Oh
movies.
yeah, it was like a boxing. It was a boxing like octopus looking guy.
Oh, that's
that's right.
We saw that trailer a long time ago.
Yeah,
I
so you
actually
wanna
didn't
go
look too
watch
bad.
it?
I might actually. Yeah.
We can go watch us three.
We saw the trailer during the Paw Patrol. So they showed some pretty cool trailers, to be honest. They showed this like new Disney like
I'd be down.
like Hispanic
Oh, I know what you're talking
animated movie. It looks good.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm looking
I
forward
forgot
to that.
I forgot what it's called, but yeah, I
I
know
forgot what it's called too, but I know what you're talking about.
See, look
All
at
right,
that.
Let's
Kids
get into
movie.
the trailers. So, Spider-Man: No Way Home is our first trailer for the first time in cinematic history of Spider-Man, our friendly
Oh, you
neighborhood
could just see
hero.
Aleksey busting in his pants right now.
Let him finish reading, and then you can decide.
Our friendly neighborhood hero is unmasked and no longer able to separate his normal life from the high stakes of being a superhero. When he asks for help from Doctor Strange, the stakes become even more dangerous, forcing him to discover what it truly means to be Spider-Man. It releases December 17th of 2021. This
December
holiday season.
17th, so I don't have
Yeah,
to.
I
Yeah, it
It's
doesn't have
not-
to be on the week of Christmas.
All right, I just gotta say, I freaked out so badly when I saw the trailer the first time. I was literally like,
Bro, you're already busting over there.
I
right
watched
now.
it like
Calm
10
down.
times in a row,
Oh my gosh.
and I was freaking out every time when Dr. Octopus said, "Hello, Peter." I was like, oh, it just blew my mind. And knowing and like,
You should set that as your ringtone.
and
Hello,
you know
Peter.
the pumpkin bomb that they throw? That's not any pumpkin bomb from like the Amazing Spider-Man. That's from the original Spider-Man movie. So even though they did not show Willem Dafoe in it,
You're suspecting he's gonna be in it?
Yeah, the pumpkin bomb they used is Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin.
Yeah,
Well,
I
can
recognize that.
Can it be Hobgoblin or
No,
why not?
because Hobgoblin is not a part of this.
Or
They
you know,
did not
Willem
introduce
Dafoe's son. The
Oh, Harry?
Oh yeah, yeah. Actually, that's
Could be Harry.
because Willem.
But they
is-
made up in the third movie.
I don't
yeah, because
remember- I don't remember
why
the
would
movie
Willem
still.
Dafoe be like? Did he die in?
Yeah, he died in the first one.
Yeah, he died in the first.
He got impaled by his
Yeah,
own
but so did Dr. Octopus.
hoverboard. That's true.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
but it would
the
make
movie
more.
so well.
It would probably make more sense if it was his son.
His son is also dead.
Harry died in
That's
the third
true.
one, right?
Oh yeah, but since they're and plus
Doesn't Harry
the
get taken over by Venom
multiverse
too?
wormholes that are
Taken over by Venom?
wormholes
Yeah.
that appear
I think so.
are
actually,
from different
I don't
parts
remember
in
that part
time.
very well, but it sounds familiar.
Actually, if they
I like
took
how we're
Willem
having our
Dafoe
own
from
conversation
one,
with
and then Doc Ock from two, and then Sandman from three, that would make sense.
Yeah,
But yeah, I don't remember the Spider-Man
But-
movie. But,
but-
the trailers on it, that trailer looks fire.
Yeah, this
and I'm
trailer
just
looks
stoked for it.
awesome.
So I mean,
so awesome.
But do you think they're gonna show like Amazing Spider-Man stuff? Oh wait, Electro,
Electro,
right?
yep.
Electro.
And we might be getting
Andrew
Lizard.
Garfield?
I really
the
hope
lizard?
it's like a 3-hour movie,
you
Right.
want this to be 3
I
hours?
would
That'd be
love
dope.
it.
dude. If they're
To be
gonna
fair.
add, like,
I mean, I sat down and watched all the Justice League.
if
Those
they're gonna
4
add
hours.
like at least 4 villains, they have to like.
They
put
might be
room.
built. This might build into like a Sinister Six multiverse thing.
That'd be awesome.
Well, I better not drink a lot of fluids that day to watch it all.
Because I hope they don't botch it like with 3, where they add a bunch of villains and then they don't.
Oh,
have
yeah,
any
and
And
there's
that was
short run
forcefully added, though. That was forcefully added.
Well, it could be forcefully added here too.
It doesn't seem that way. It seems too well put together for
I
that.
say Marvel actually has an input
Where's
on this
where's
too.
Eric Foreman from
Oh,
playing
yeah.
Venom? I want him back.
He was awesome. All right, let's get into the next trailer. Star Wars Visions. This is one I'm excited for. Reimagine the galaxy with #StarWarsVisions, an original series featuring stories from 7 visionary Japanese anime studios.
See,
Oh,
it's
so
from
it was
7
multiple
different
studios.
studios.
Releases-
Okay.
That's why I
Release-
told you, bitch.
Okay.
Releases
calm
September
down,
22nd of
calm down.
2021.
No, you were the one that was
Dude,
like,
I
how do you
just
know it's
saying.
7 different studios?
I didn't see. He didn't read the description. How am I supposed to know
They
that?
said it in the trailer. They put a little description.
I was looking it up while the trailer was going on at the same
So
time.
the actual trailer looks pretty awesome.
It does.
It does. It,
It
looks
really does.
fire. It makes me want to watch Star Wars.
Yes,
This coming
it's
from
so
a guy
hype.
who does not actually enjoy Star Wars very much.
What? Why not?
It just looks boring.
Did
to
you
me.
ever? Have you ever watched the
I've seen the original trilogy.
Do you
trying
see
to think the
new
cartoon version of
trilogy?
Star Wars?
I don't.
Oh, Clone Wars?
I
Yeah,
don't.
Clone Wars.
Clone Wars is great.
That's the only thing I've ever watched Star
Doesn't
Wars
interest
related.
me.
To be honest, I tried watching like the very first movie and stuff
I
like
did.
that.
you have fun playing the video games with me
Look,
too.
look.
Yeah.
Wait,
I watched
uh,
the animated series when it was like on Cartoon Network when it just released.
Yeah, that's
the
But
Clone
That's the
Wars.
the only
Clone
time I watched that, but it did not fascinate me.
It's got a slow start, but dude, it gets
Doesn't
good.
it have like 6
Have you
seasons?
tried watching
yeah,
The
they just
Mandalorian?
released the last season
I enjoyed that a little bit.
last year.
You didn't
Oh,
enjoy
really?
that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dang, I didn't know that.
I gotta catch up on that.
I gotta watch it all. Then.
So much Star Wars content, but this trailer itself is like done by like professional quality anime studios. Like these don't look like low budget at all.
No, they don't.
They went all out on these episodes. It
It's
seems
done by
like
7 studios.
Well, can't we get that on Seven Deadly Sins?
Well, you don't like it?
The recent animators? No,
I honestly haven't seen the new season.
Don't.
For 7. What do you mean don't?
don't.
How am I supposed to finish it? Then?
Just don't.
Just
Just
don't.
trust me. Don't.
Well, I gotta finish it.
No, you don't.
But back to Star Wars. I don't know if these episodes are gonna be like each episode is gonna be its own story, or it's gonna continue with a different anime studio every time.
I think it's gonna be like
It's 9 episodes.
Yeah.
So
I think it's gonna be like the Animatrix, if you remember that.
Oh.
It was like an anthology of also like different animation studios doing like different art styles, and it was their own little stories.
Okay. Yeah. That's. I hope so. This is gonna be awesome.
I feel like if it's like all together, I might get lost with the art.
that's
Because
true.
Because imagine if they do like 4 studios in one episode and just like seeing all the different effects.
That's true.
it's
That would
gonna
get a
be
little
so
confusing.
I hope they don't do something like that. But you know, if they do, that's still gonna be cool because you know it's gonna be high end quality like
Mm-hmm.
animation.
oh my god, how did you see that they announced a new Matrix movie?
Yep.
Are you
I think
serious?
it's Resurrection
know that,
or
actually.
something like that. Or,
Resurrection.
Good thing we're
Yeah.
on the like what's new.
and
Right. What's
he's rocking a
A goatee.
beard in this one. So
Keanu?
makes him, yeah, Keanu's rocking the beard in this one.
Wow. I didn't see this trailer.
I didn't see the trailer. I just saw the poster.
But yeah, if you're interested in the Matrix, you should check out the Animatrix or whatever. It's
I
called.
tried. I watched that.
There's some of them are bad, but there's like at least 2 of them that are really good.
So
Yeah.
out of all of them, only 2 of them good.
Yeah.
I think there's 4 or 5.
That's not so bad.
Yeah.
All right. Next trailer we got. How do you say it again? Malignant.
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 I could-
Madison is paralyzed by shocking visions of grisly murders, and her torment worsens as she discovers that these waking dreams are in fact terrifying realities. Releases September 10th of 2021, so that's coming up
Aleksey-
pretty soon.
So is this going to be the movie we're going to watch for the
No,
that
please,
podcast?
Alexi, can you look
No,
up what
um,
malignant means?
Yeah, let's do that.
I said this
I
to
don't think so.
the crew, but I kind of blanked out in the middle of the trailer. I mean,
Yeah, this trailer looks a little slow, to be honest.
most horror trailers are kind of slow.
Malevolent.
Malevolent.
It's basically like in the hands of malignant. What?
Malignant.
You can't use the word to describe the word.
That's really good though.
If we're gonna watch this, we're gonna just watch it on a Saturday because I'm not watching this at like 11:30 at night.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to be... Because next week's episode, we'll get into it towards the end, but I'm pretty sure Shang-Chi is the next one coming out.
Yeah, I
Alright,
saw
so-
TikTok for it. It was like in 5 days.
Yeah.
It'll come
No,
out.
but like Shang-Chi's isn't that next week and the
Oh,
following
right,
week?
right. Yeah. Well, maybe. If it has no competition, this will be the episode.
I hope you're ready to watch. Like I said, Alexa, if we're gonna watch that, we're watching it the next day on Saturday. Well, I'm not
I'm gonna
watching
fucking
it.
fall asleep at Malignant.
Yeah, I said I'm not gonna watch it at 11:30 at
Hopefully
night.
there's
Why?
something else to watch
because
that day.
because I don't want to watch that at
'Cause it's a scary
11:30 at
movie?
night. How no? Because I'm gonna fall asleep if it's that slow.
Oh, okay.
So me and Jesus thinks it looks a little slow. What do you think?
It does.
I mean,
What do you guys think?
It looks good. It looks like it's gonna be a good thriller movie.
Yeah, the
but-
guy who was making it has a reputation of at least making good first movies.
Is this the one from the creators of
The Conjuring, Saw.
And
that's
it
another
says
thing I
yes.
don't like about it is because it's set in the same universe. Basically,
You
it's
didn't-
guaranteed. And
what do you mean it's guaranteed? It just says
It's
it
created by
only
the
says
same
it's
guy.
made by the creator of them.
And that creator tends to bring all his movies into one universe.
Is Saw is connected to the Conjuring universe?
Bro,
There are exceptions, obviously, but this movie is obviously
How do you
very
know?
similar to the
Hey,
others.
hey, Jesus, why do you think
You
there's so many
don't know
demons,
that
bro?
yet.
Jesus, why do you think there's so many demons?
There are actually Easter eggs that he puts
I'm
in his
so
movie.
fucking tired of the Conjuring universe, to be honest.
Exactly.
You
why
guys,
I hate it.
You guys always talk about it like it's this fucking amazing
I don't like it,
thing.
dude.
And
I'm telling
like,
you, I don't like the
I haven't even
universe.
seen any of these movies, and they all look fucking boring.
Bro,
They
they're
are
honestly
boring.
pretty
I don't
good.
like
The thing about James is he always sets up a really good first two movies, and then they kind of fall off.
I like the Conjuring
Like the
series. I don't
Nun?
like Insidious though. I
Like-
think that's garbage.
You don't like Insidious?
No, I think it's garbage.
Like the
to be
Nun was a
honest.
piece of shit.
Yeah.
and
Okay, yeah, I'll give you the Nun. That one.
That,
That,
that Llorona movie was a piece of shit
Those
too.
are
was
like-
that the same studio?
Yeah, that was the same because they all tied in the Conjuring.
Oh,
thing.
right.
Eddie, say hi to the stream.
Hey, what's up, stream? Yeah, let me know whatever they say in the chat.
Yeah, it's just Manhattan Jones.
Okay, hey, what's up,
So,
Manhattan?
But yeah, no, like the Conjuring. Like I like the Conjuring series, but I don't like Insidious.
Mhm.
And Saw's okay. I'm not like. I mean, I like it, but it's not like something I'm gonna look forward to watching all.
Yeah.
Like I own all the Conjuring movies.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow, so you're a pretty big fan of it.
like me and my fiance really like the series.
Okay, so maybe you guys will enjoy this movie.
I just
Yeah.
gotta watch these stupid movies.
But
so
at, the, but at the same
so I
time,
could
like,
actually form
like
an opinion. on
like I
it.
said, like at the same time though, I don't want to watch this at 11:30 at night. Though.
Fair enough.
Because
Yeah.
I think you're
was
just scared to
sleepy.
watch a scary movie at night.
No, but no, it's because
To
literally,
be fair, I get tired too
because
if I
we,
have to watch
well,
movies.
we just
so
get
late.
out of work.
Just
We
drink
have
a
to wake up at like
bang.
5
Yeah,
o'clock in the morning, Alexa.
Drink a
understandable.
bang, not sponsored.
Totally not
Pretty good.
sponsored.
Yeah,
Only drink this if you're 18. That's
yeah.
what the can
Product
says.
placement, fellas. Product placement.
This tastes like shit unless they pay me.
Oh my gosh. Up next, we have Antlers. In an isolated Oregon town, a middle school teacher and her sheriff brother become embroiled in her enigmatic student, whose dark secrets lead to terrifying encounters with a legendary ancestral creature who came before them. It releases October 29th of 2021.
Okay,
This is another trailer I tapped out at.
okay. I'm
Same
gonna tell you
here.
this right now. This trailer that you showed on like YouTube, that was a garbage trailer. And the movies, like the movie theater,
The
they
more
actually-
updated version.
yeah,
trailer?
it's really good. Like it looks pretty good because
It
they have
does.
more dialogue and they
They
talk
actually
about
have
it
dialogue
more.
because this trailer.
Yeah,
didn't
no,
have
that's
any
what I mean.
dialogue.
Like
This
they-
was the original trailer that I
like the
found.
other one in theaters had more dialogue and it actually looked like based off the trailer, it looks like it was like a Indian kind of movie.
Yeah,
Indian movie?
Well, I think by that
Native
he means
Americans.
it's the Wendigo. If
Yeah.
you know the legend of the Wendigo,
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's what this movie is about.
Like Native American spirits and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the vibe I got from when I was watching
Basic-
it in trailers.
Yeah, I think basically either the boy lives with or is the Wendigo.
That okay, yeah.
Pretty sure.
I was thinking of like, what does that creature remind me of when I first saw it? I was like, oh, wait a
Yeah,
minute.
that's
But
it.
now you guys just.
You know
named
what's a
it.
good piece of media that has a Wendigo in it?
What?
Until Dawn.
Until Dawn? I haven't seen that.
That's no, it's a video game.
Oh.
It's an interactive video
Oh
game.
yeah, I heard about
It's
that.
like
one.
it's kind of like a slasher like type vibe.
I think
You play like a bunch of characters and you can
I'm going to have to check it out. I like the horror games right now.
Yeah.
you like
Those are working out well for you.
you
Yeah, we
you-
finally hit 200 subscribers. Let's go.
Let's clap for it. Woo!
but yeah, you just make
Until
choices
Dawn.
that keep your survivors to like either stay alive or they could die.
I think if Tisha was here, she'd tell you more about it
It's a really good game.
because I
I
know
want to check it out.
Tisha watched a YouTube guy named That Dude or whatever. I don't know his full channel, but like at the end he says That Dude.
I would legit watch every single stream of yours if you had like Until Dawn. Like I would watch the full playthrough.
Until Dawn, I'm going to check that out then. Let's do it.
You trying to get that one viewer.
Right. I want that one viewer. Even if it's just one person watching, I'll
Because
stream.
it's
Hey, you just gotta tell me. You text me like 5 minutes before you're gonna hop on. I'll play it while I'm working.
You got to join the Discord chat.
Oh yeah, I do.
All right. So let's get into the actual Candyman movie. What were you guys' thoughts before getting into it?
I had no thoughts. Never heard of.
Never heard of the Candyman
No,
movie.
when you guys brought up Pumpkin Man,
Pumpkin.
Well, when you guys brought up
Bro, he brings
Candyman,
pumpkins and throws it at you.
I thought of Pumpkinhead.
Oh, okay.
It was
Scary
which
Stories?
is like he does like wrestling moves
No.
and kills people like that. So that's all. That's what I thought Candyman was.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a lot more interesting than I thought it was gonna be.
Yep.
Alexa, you go next.
Why me?
Because I have a lot more to say than you do. Because you're bad at Candyman.
You're bad at Candyman.
Honestly, even though I had very vague memory of the original Candyman, like it's bad.
That's why I let you go next. Because I
It
have
was weird.
more to
Okay,
say. I have way more to say.
So even though I think I watched the original,
You clearly didn't.
I know I did. Okay, but I still had no idea what I was getting into in this when I went into this movie. So I had nothing to go off of. Going
Yeah,
into
that guy at the end of the movie,
he knew his lore.
yeah, he had a cool coat.
So my thoughts with going into this movie, I honestly thought it was gonna it looked pretty good based off the trailer when I seen it. I was kind of excited for it.
Me
I
too.
mean, I've seen the original Candyman as I was debating with Aleksey during the theater.
I heard there's a 2 and 3, but they're bad.
I don't think there is. I'm being serious.
I've only seen the original. Yeah.
Oh, so you have seen the original? I
Yeah.
thought like out of everyone, like I'm pretty sure Eddie's seen the original because it's an old movie and it looked good. Like watching, I think it's better than the first one. So I'll say it like that.
Okay.
But I
Wow.
liked it a lot. I like what they did with this movie.
Yeah. I was in the same situation as you guys. I've seen the original. I mean, I saw it when I was pretty young. So I mean, only
Didn't you say you were like 7?
Yeah, around there. The only parts I remember were the traumatizing parts where the
Of course,
Candyman
you
actually
traumatized
like
the little kid.
So I remember all the Candyman then being like sliced in the throat. I remember all those scenes very well. I didn't remember the racial issues, but I was looking through the comments of the old reviews, and apparently that was like a theme that carries
Like a
over to
really
this one.
subtle thing about it. Yeah.
In this one, it was not subtle at all.
This one was not subtle. The last one was, I saw everyone was saying it was subtle.
What do you mean?
In the original, it
The
was
original.
subtle.
The
See,
one
that's
that you
what I
don't
thought
remember.
See what I say? You don't remember any of the
So I
original.
didn't. So when I watched this movie, I wasn't like expecting that. I should say.
I felt like they were shoving it down our throats in this one.
We'll get it more into that later because it's very much what it says it is in the beginning of the movie. But we'll talk about the actual spoiler-filled part here in a second. Honestly, it seemed kind of like a generic horror movie to me at first when I saw the trailer. Thriller, yeah.
It's a horror movie. Get it right.
Slasher
Okay.
film. There you go.
It's
Slasher.
probably a half like horror / thriller.
Slasher film. So, I want to be able to actually talk about it. So let's get into the spoiler-filled review or the spoiler-free review. Sorry. So this is the spoiler-free review of Candyman. Candyman was released August 27th of 2021, starring Yaha Abdul Mateen II and Tiana Paris, directed by Nia DaCosta. It's rated R. In the plot summary, a spiritual sequel to the horror film Candyman, released 1992, that returns to the now gentrified Chicago neighborhood where the legend began. So, what were you guys' overall thoughts on the movie without
First of
getting
all,
into spoilers?
those actors and creators' names are very unique.
Because it's a diverse cast,
Yeah,
which
very.
is a good thing. But
Wait, you were 7 when you watch it?
And that's
well,
why
this
he can
movie
only
came out in
remember
1992. I was born 98,
Yeah, I said you were 7 when you watched it.
around there probably.
I was thinking like, man, how old are you? Like 80 something? Like
80-something?
1985 or something?
No, I just happened to find it one day. Watched it.
No, that was the joke though. Okay.
I thought it was really good. It touches on a lot of like social issues and like racial stuff.
The ending was weird.
Yeah, we'll get to the ending when we get to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, when we get to the spoiler-filled part, we can talk more about the ending.
But yeah, the commentary on it was a little heavy-handed, but it it sends a good message out, and like it talks about how they use Candyman kind of as a martyr to
Do bad,
to show like
bad deeds.
how how black people have been like discriminated against and how they're wrongfully killed. And then Candyman is kind of like a depiction of their revenge against like the white people that are
Surprising.
I wouldn't say
suppressed.
white people, but I think everyone.
Well, I mean, when
That's
you
kind of-
watch the movie, I mean, mostly it's white people getting killed. There was one black death. One black person died. And then whenever Candyman was summoned by, you know, a black person, they tend to be alive
No.
in certain scenes that'll bring up in the, you know, later.
Yeah.
They might have been killed off screen, so who knows?
What was your overall thoughts on the movie?
I kind of blanked.
Okay, we'll come back to you.
My thoughts of the movie were it was generic, very
Generic?
I ignored a lot of the like what he was just talking about. I ignored a lot of it. I just wanted to see what was going to happen next. Really, like who's going to die next, what's going to happen to the main character, that kind of thing.
Okay,
Well, that in of itself is a generic way of looking at these movies. I
Yes.
mean,
That's why.
if it happens in every single movie, then wouldn't it just be another run-of-the-mill movie like you're
Yes,
thinking
true.
of right now?
And that's what it felt like to me.
To me, it wasn't that at all. It was anything but, you know, like, you know,
I mean,
something like Halloween.
I mean, I liked the casting. I liked the. It didn't feel like too high of a budget horror movie. They didn't
well,
try
horror
too hard.
movies are.
I know that they're not usually
lower
very high
budget.
budget, but still, it's not on the level of like you said Halloween or anything. It doesn't feel like that. It doesn't feel like they're trying too hard. It felt like they were doing just right, without having to go like over the top, and that made the movie watchable.
And surprisingly, this is my first like what's his name? Jordan Peele, or is it
I thought he was just
I think he was a writer for this.
writer / producer
Yeah.
on it.
like co-producer or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't seen his prior work like Get Out or
Yeah, I haven't seen any of those either. I
or
should probably watch
was
them.
it She also?
I think Us. I think was also in
Us.
That one.
Us was a
That's
really.
not She.
I liked Us.
I
You're
want to
talking
watch
about
Get Out.
the mom one, right?
I think
That's the
so.
other one.
Oh,
Yeah,
Get
that
Out
one.
was also pretty good.
Yeah, I want to watch that.
I
Yeah,
watched,
I haven't seen those, but I heard they're really
It's
they're
more
full of-
psychological, isn't
Yeah,
it?
they
bro?
all touch on what Jesus was talking about, the more racial
Yeah.
part of the
and
film.
it's like layered that it's kind of subtle in some ways, but they obviously want to implant that message to like general audiences
Yeah.
too.
I
So.
think out of both of those movies, you should watch Us first.
Well, first I'm gonna start with Get Out, but I gotta find a time to do it at some point.
I feel like I've watched Get Out, but I think Us like had more of a
I'll watch both.
like a connection.
I'll
Like,
watch
I'm just trying to say though, like out of both, you should watch Us first.
But his first movie was Get
I don't
Out,
wanna watch
so
you.
I want to watch that one
Huh?
first.
I don't want to watch you.
Oh my gosh.
Wink.
That's also a TV show on Netflix.
You? I like season 1 of that.
What?
All right, what was your overall thoughts? Are you ready to share, or are you still collecting your thoughts?
He blanked out.
Yeah, I really don't. I don't know. Like this is spoiler free.
Spoiler free.
We gave you like 10 minutes.
I know. But I'm trying to, like,
I'll go next.
Keep thinking
So-
about it.
I know. I'm just trying to wrap.
So the film tells you very early on what it's all about, because you have this artist who's trying to depict the horrors of racial inequality, and that's kind of the whole message of the film was, the horrors of racial inequality more so than the horrors of a slasher film. So, I mean, it has a very meaningful message, but if you're gonna go into this movie thinking you're gonna see like a scary movie or like a like a slasher type film, then you're gonna be disappointed, because it's more about the message of the film than it is about the actual violence that takes place in it.
And I was watching someone like giving like a little retrospective on the movie, and they were talking about how some of the horror could be like attributed to like generational anxiety, where
The community feels unsafe, maybe.
where like communities like from generation to generation kind of like teaches their kids, like they tell them about these past like inequalities that they've had, and they pass them down to their children, and it like kind of implants that mindset that there's like certain things you need to be afraid of, and like with police specifically, even like I've never really had any trouble with police, but like I in like my childhood and stuff, I've been kind of like taught to at least kind of worry about the police from time to time, and to like always have certain documentation on me, so then I don't get my ass thrown to Mexico or something like that. And I feel like some of the horror could be attributed to that, where it's more psychological horror, and like black people could probably relate to that a bit more and find more fear in the movie through means like that.
Yeah. Yep.
Even if it's not like super scary, because like the killings and stuff, that stuff wasn't all that scary.
Okay, yeah, so I completely agree with that. And to add to that part, there's a lot of build up to the actual like death scenes in the movie, but there's like no payoff when it actually comes to the death scenes. So I mean, if that's your kind of thing, then you're not gonna like this movie, You
don't get overly attached to some characters. Like, no, that'll be spoilers. I don't want to say.
Yeah, we'll get into the spoilers. So what do you guys rate it out of 10?
I give it an 8.
An 8? Pretty good.
I give it a solid 8. I know I can't really think of like a spoiler.
All right, I'll give it a 7. Okay, I'll give it a 7. I'll increase my rating from my original.
Did you give it like a 5 last night?
No, he said he gave it a 6.5. I believe.
Yeah, so the
I thought it was a 5 because he just
6.5.
I also give it a 7. I put 6.8 here, but I mean I bumped it up to a 7 because just talking about it. You guys
changed our minds.
Yeah, just talking about it made me realize some more stuff that I was kind of overlooking.
Come on, man. 6.8. Either go half or full point.
Hey, when you only have 10 to work with, I get it.
6.73.
At least he didn't go like 6.84 or something.
At least you didn't go from like a rating from 1 to 5. Those are super bullshit.
Yeah. When you only have 10 numbers to work with, you gotta kind of.
Here's a question, Eddie. What would you rate the old Candyman?
Like I said, I've seen it in childhood, so I think I'm pretty biased towards that one because that one did scare me as a kid, so I would probably have rated that higher. But if I was to rewatch it, I don't know.
Another cool thing about the movie, it uses this like paper mache like puppet art style at points, and it's really interesting. I really liked it a lot.
To be honest, that was like that was the one thing that really got me to enjoy the movie more.
Yeah, it was a good storytelling device.
When they did that for like half the movie, I was like, yes, to show about all the racism that was going on.
You okay there, Aleksey?
Yeah.
All right, so the critics online, Metascore gave it a 72 out of 100, and Rotten Tomatoes Tomato Meter gave it an 85%. The audience on IMDb gave it a 6.5 out of 10, and the Rotten Tomato audience gave it a 74%.
Last night after the movie, like immediately after, I decided to look at the reviews because of Aleksey's score that he gave it, and I was like surprised that I like hit it like dead on, and like I was dead on in like the 8 range.
Yeah, you guys were in line with the critics, and me and Aleksey were more in line with the audience.
I thought it was pretty good compared to the original.
It also depends on the type of person you are. Like when you watch media, you could be like me and Aleksey, where you kind of just tune off and watch the content, and then you guys actually like to think about the film, which is a good trait to have.
Normally I would do that, but in this movie, I don't know. I just try to avoid like anything that tries to send too strong of a message.
Trying to avoid the political stuff.
Yes, I try to avoid that.
Yeah.
Now, before we jump into the spoiler-filled review, I'd like to ask you to like this video if you're enjoying it so far, comment down below on what you guys think about Candyman, and subscribe if you haven't already.
Yes.
It really helped the channel out, and it means the world to me.
And Patreon.
Check out the Patreon, too.
You keep forgetting that.
And Discord. Check out the Discord, too.
Just gotta write down like a note. Like, right. You have to put a sticker right here, just like...
Also, make sure to follow these two guys on their social medias that I'll have linked in the description right now.
I need the follows.
Yeah, follow Aleksey on Twitch. He does Pokemon streams. And Javier doesn't upload anymore, but he used to make YouTube videos. So
I will be doing some horror movies because Eddie did make me want to try
Horror genre.
Yeah, horror genre. Like I might get Half-Life Alex for VR, but
Ooh.
my VR system controller is a little funky.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe because you're not spread out enough.
I think it could be the docks.
We are also on a lot of the podcast platforms. I'm not going to say every anymore because you guys always argue with me. But we're in a lot of the podcast platforms.
Bro, why do you yell that? Like you screamed that so long. You're like, a lot of the podcast.
I don't blame
A lot of them.
I don't blame him for doing that.
So give us all a listen anywhere at any time.
Can I rent our podcast from Netflix?
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. That'd be awesome. Then I'd get
Is
some
it on
money for
Hulu?
this. Now let's get into the spoiler-filled discussion. All right, let's take an in-depth review at Candyman. So the first thing I want to talk to you guys about is the initial telling of Candyman. So I actually didn't like this scene because this is the scene where all the main characters meet up for dinner together, and then one of them, the brother, actually like sits down and suddenly he's like, "Hey, let me tell you guys a scary story." He sets the mood. He quickly tells the story.
I like him.
The puppeteer
Yeah.
part was really cool.
Yeah.
But then when he decides to suddenly like, all right, that's it. It felt kind of, I don't know, unrealistic to me.
Yeah, I see what you mean when you're talking about that.
Like it didn't seem like a real.
Like
person
it wasn't
would do
really natural.
It wasn't natural. It felt like kind of forced in there. Like, oh yeah, we have to talk about Candyman now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, like what you guys were talking about, the puppet part was really cool. But the scene, I mean, just how he set up everything, like, you know, lighting up the candles and everything, and then starting being like, all right, that's it. Bye.
Yeah,
Have a good night,
like
everyone."
the end, like at the end of that, he probably was like, "Yeah, are you scared now?"
Like honestly, the
Good.
whole movie
And
is
I just
just
left.
Right.
It should have been not like, "Oh, that's it."
Yeah,
Get
they
out
should
and
have
go
had
home."
they should have had a conversation about it or something, and instead it was like, "Do you guys believe in it?"
But that's
like,
how
no, all right, bye.
No, but that's how you get. That's how you got it all started, though. When you think about it, because with the main actor, the male,
Mhm.
he's just like, "Now I'm invested in this," and then he goes
Invested in
back
this
to
story.
Yeah, then he goes back to the
Yeah,
location.
I mean, it's good. And it did give the main character motivation, but all the other characters just kind of laughed it off. And it's like, well, if you're gonna go through all the trouble of talking about it, then the rest of the characters should display a little bit of interest in
well,
it.
honestly, I mean, introducing the concept of Candyman, I think that scene worked okay because they were talking about how they were gentrifying the neighborhood,
Mm-hmm.
and
What
then
does
they brought
gentrifying mean?
It means where like so you have this community of people, mostly colored people, and then you introduce like white people into the neighborhood to buy up the land and take all the colored people out.
Oh my gosh.
so what the Pilgrims did.
Oh my god.
But yeah, they were talking about how they were like changing up the neighborhood, and then they brought up I forgot what the name of the neighborhood for where
yeah,
The
Candy.
Chicago urban area.
They brought up the
It had a specific name.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
has
it
a
was.
name. It
they
starts
brought
with
up
a
the
C.
specific neighborhood, and then they started getting into the Candyman legend.
I will say it was cool to see like scenery of Chicago, having been there quite a few times myself.
Is
I
that, do you
haven't.
think that area is still there today?
I haven't been to that specific neighborhood, but I'm sure it is.
Because I know in the movie it looks like it was blocked off because it was getting
Mhm.
demolished.
Yeah, you could probably visit it, but probably aren't allowed to.
How the fact that guy was able just to jump the fence. And
Yeah,
get in there, just like,
exactly.
What do you guys think about the church scene in the beginning?
The church scene in the beginning?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
When he gets bitten by or stung by the bee.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, were you standing in front of the church?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that was a really cool setup because it didn't shove it in your face like, oh, this is what's gonna happen. It's just like he got stung by a bee and he had a bee sting on his hand, and so you didn't really know what was gonna happen next. Like you didn't know he was being groomed at the time to be the next Candyman.
Yeah, I didn't expect that at all.
I caught on to it probably
when he started
Picking at it,
peeling,
yeah.
that's when I caught onto it.
Mhm.
I was like, oh wait a minute, is he becoming the Candyman?
Yeah. So I think that was a really cool setup because they weren't like, oh, you're gonna be the next Candyman now. It was just more like it adds to the story.
Yeah, and it was like I forgot the name of the guy who was telling them more about the legend and
Oh, the laundromat owner.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
laundry
that guy
powder.
threw me
I didn't think he
a
was a
curveball?
psycho.
A big curveball, very big curveball.
I didn't think that guy was like the psychopath in the whole movie.
I didn't think that either.
Yeah, I thought he was
like,
just
oh,
trying to
hold
help him. Yeah, I just thought he was just trying to help the guy. He's like, no, I'm just trying to make you into Candyman so you can actually revenge.
But why was he doing that?
Well, he was manufacturing this for him to be the next Candyman,
But
so
why?
they could continue the legend, and it was to keep just to
Keep
just
the
to
legend
make more
alive.
just to add to the pain of black people, like, because he'll add on to the story saying that he got like innocently shot down while he was laying on.
Yeah, this is a scene I want to talk more about. What you're talking about right now, the laundromat owner revealing his plans. I do think his motives were really interesting. Like you're talking about combat racial inequality, but I don't know. I feel like there was kind of a
Why do you keep typing away?
I'm interacting with his viewers.
I feel like it was kind of a sudden change in pace, like, because he was afraid of the Candyman this whole time, and it seemed like, wasn't it his sister that was killed by
His
Candyman?
sister
Yeah,
and his sister's friend. They were
That's
all,
the only black person that died.
Yeah,
Two
but
of them.
Candyman was actually going after the kid
Yeah,
because
'cause
remember
they-
he's the sacrificial baby.
in the
Yeah.
very beginning
and
when,
that's when-
his sister was right in front with
just
another
wait for that.
friend.
With a what?
His sister was right like in the front of the house with a friend. They were both in there, like right next to each other. So they both went into the restroom and did that. Said the Candyman.
Once again,
I don't remember.
the Candyman was actually after the kid, the grown up, which is also the main character.
The main guy.
Yeah, because he was the sacrificial baby, and he was trying to literally like, what was it? Trying to take over the body or something,
Yeah.
and come to the real world, whatever.
Because he's a
and
spiritual
that's when
being,
he found it. When he found the baby again, it was when he killed his sister and whoever else was in that room.
I feel like it was a really interesting twist, but they could have done it a little bit better at setting it up.
Yeah.
Because, like Aleksey, I was a little confused when he revealed his plan. Like, oh, I want to create the next Candyman.
Yeah, it was a curveball. It came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
You don't think it was for franchise at that point
I
in time?
mean-
Because it's been like 20 years since the movie's been released.
I knew that someone becomes the Candyman at the end of the movies because that's the one part I did remember from the original, but I just didn't know if they would actually go through that in this Candyman movie or not.
I didn't know that there was going to be an accomplice to plan all
I
this.
didn't know that either.
Well, in the original movie, it's all about a woman dying.
Yeah, didn't the woman at the end like kill her husband or whatever?
No, I actually do not remember all of it. I just know in the original movie, because like I said, they tie in with this new one. They tie in with the old one as well. So like the person, I don't remember. I think it's Helen or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the main actor in the first movie or whatever. I think she dies in the fire but saves the baby. That's who they're talking about.
That's what they mentioned
Yeah,
that.
so that I think they're tying both those movies. So
That's how.
maybe they set up for the next That's how they set it up for.
Then the Candyman.
I doubt we're gonna get well.
sequel?
Since this movie's actually doing pretty good, we might actually get a sequel, but I doubt it.
I hope not.
I think
this is fine.
We're
how
good
it
at where
ended.
we're good where it's at.
It's a good ending. I also want to talk about the scene where Anthony actually becomes the Candyman. That's the name of the main character, by the way. So Anthony, we finally get to see all of Candyman at the end of the film, like, bees swarming his face and him levitating with the hook.
Mm-hmm.
It's terrifying, and I love it, but we barely get to see any of that actual part, because part of the problem I had with this movie is a lot of the deaths happen off screen or at weird angles where you can't really see it.
We're talking about the balcony scene one.
All of this, the balcony scene, the girl being dragged in, but like you got a helicopter drone view from way outside.
I thought that shot was cool.
Yeah, that was
It was
he
the
leaves, and she just like.
It was cool, but at the same time,
The
like
CG
they could have done both, where they could have had her like being attacked and dragged against the window inside the room, and then panned out to her being like smeared across.
I have a problem with this. Do you think Anthony knew what was going to happen because he dared her to say it? Do you think he knew that was going to happen?
I think
so.
he might have. I think he let his anger get to him.
Yeah. So that was a weird
I
scene.
fell asleep at that scene, to be honest. I woke up around that. It was like, again. That's why I'm telling
You
Aleksey.
did go to a late night showing, right?
Yeah, I keep telling her. That's why I told Aleksey, if we're gonna watch that other one as our movie for the week, I'm not watching it at 11:30 at night because I keep falling asleep on some of the scenes.
It was at 10:30. Excuse you.
So I was a little disappointed how we didn't really get to see Candyman do the killing. Like, he was always a ghost, which is cool, but
I mean, the only one
they
we
did
really
it every
saw
scene. Yeah,
was the first death. the first 2 deaths in the.
Yeah, that's pretty much the only scene.
Didn't we
got
see it with the teenagers as well?
in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Hardly.
Yeah, you got to see the reflection on the mirror on the floor
Yeah,
for a
that's the
second.
only time, yeah.
But other than that, all the blood was spilling behind the stalls. Like there was screaming and dragging, but you couldn't really see what was happening
That scene was kind of pointless. The with the teens.
Yeah.
in the bathroom.
I
It
think
was
they only did that
I think it was probably just trying to show like the ignorance of these like
people.
these white teens.
yeah.
You're like, I love how the
Because they don't like respect the actual.
Mhm.
Like,
I love how one of them ran out. It's like, nope, I'm out this.
Oh,
Bitch.
the girlfriend or the fiance of Anthony, when she opened the door to the basement, she was like, "Nope."
Oh, right. That was funny.
That was a great scene.
This movie has some great comedy moments in it. I will say that.
Oh, it was so good.
I was asleep
Uh-uh.
during that scene.
Bro, I honestly like any part with her brother was kind of funny because she's just like, you ain't gonna do that shit.
Right.
Yeah, I loved him.
Black
He
people
was
don't
cool.
do black people don't do horror movies.
I feel like if he
No.
actually did get killed off, that would have been actually a good, meaningful death.
Mhm.
I mean, it would have been sad. People would have actually felt something because the character was really good.
Yeah.
Well, it wouldn't have been meaningful. It would have just been.
not
It
it
would've
would
just
just
been a
I see
cheap
what
way
Alexei's
to
saying.
make you sad.
Well, I see what Alexei's
would've
saying.
worked.
It's because getting attached to these characters was a little hard. They were kind of two-dimensional.
He was the only character I actually enjoyed and wanted to see more of.
He had some complexity to him because he was like the caring younger or older brother. I don't know which one he was, who was like trying to help
I
his
think it was
sister.
the
out.
younger brother.
Yeah, caring younger brother who was trying to help his sister out, and like, so his role in the movie kind of like, I don't know, it kind of stole the show. He was good.
And going back to like how the message is a little heavy-handed, I think almost every white person you see seems
Racist?
kind of either racist, slightly evil, or ignorant.
Yeah.
Like even the
critic.
gay couple.
Oh yeah,
Like his
His
boyfriend,
boyfriend.
said something like kind of messed up at the
At the start.
Well,
at the dinner party or
I wouldn't
whatever,
even
and they
say
kind
that.
of
I wouldn't even say that because I think even the
I don't remember what he said.
the black lady in the gallery black lady, like the one who owned the business. I'm trying to think. I don't know.
talking about the art prize,
Yeah,
or the
like-
art museum lady that offers the
The-
fiance a deal.
Yeah, she was also somewhat corrupt and like racist in a sense.
yeah. But I'm just saying that all the white people were kind of fucked up,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were like
shown to be fucked up.
like a little bit more. Yeah.
Which I get that this movie's trying to like show the problems with like, racial inequality and
Mhm.
the ignorance of white people, but like, yeah, I see what you're saying. Not every white person is
Yeah.
a bad person.
I thought for a second though, like the gay couple were gonna die because doesn't he say Candyman 5 times in the mirror?
No,
No.
they don't.
Does he stop
they
at 3?
stop him.
Plus,
Yeah, I
he
think
clearly was like, "This shit is dumb," and
Yeah.
like it'd be
Like, I'm
stupid
dumb.
to mess with it. Because most of the black cast, they seem to like
Stay away
respect
from-
the actual danger of
Mhm.
Candyman,
Yeah.
and it was only really like Anthony. He didn't really even know about the legend until like when the brother brought it up. So
I got very,
he doesn't have that same respect for the legend as like the
That
rest of
everyone
the
else does.
community
Well,
does.
Besides like the fiance, she's just like I ain't like most of like you said the fiance and the brother just like I ain't dumb.
Right.
Like, we
Yeah.
don't do this.
That
stupid
was a
shit.
part I did find realistic.
I got very you're gonna hate me for saying this, but I got some Slenderman vibes from this guy. It's like the more you know about it, the more it comes after you. But in this case, the only thing that separates it is the whole saying it 5 times in the mirror. But after that, the more you look into
I
it,
didn't
I
know
feel
it was
the more it
5
comes
times.
I
after
think the
you.
fact that you have to say it 5 times is a little silly.
I know. I
Like,
thought
why
it was
not just 3 times?
Yeah, that's why I thought.
then it's Bloody Mary.
Yeah, then
Yeah,
it's
that's
just Bloody
Bloody
Mary
Mary.
with a different character.
All right, so some of the thoughts I had while watching this movie was, how did Anthony never find out where he was born? Like, don't you
I
have
feel
to
that would be difficult to do.
yeah, don't you have to show like your birth certificate at some jobs? Because I've done that before.
Well,
Not if
the-
someone
the-
picked you up from somewhere.
didn't the mom try to cover it up,
Yeah.
cover that
Yeah.
fact up, so then he could have a regular childhood? And
Yeah, but still, eventually, I feel like you'd have to know.
Well, he went.
But,
From,
I mean-
he went from like
in real life, if you were in that sort of situation and you didn't really know about it, would you be looking for stuff like that, like going into your birth certificate stuff?
You don't see me doing that.
Yeah, no. So you kind of just believe what your parents tell you, especially if you're a baby. So you don't even have you don't have any memories of that.
From there.
It's also his career doesn't require for him to use.
That's true. He is an artist.
Yeah, so artists of the state that's probably why he never looked at it, because he just like his mom did all the stuff and then he went to college, got a major in whatever, and then he's just like, okay, now I'm gonna be an artist.
Honestly, I like. They said that he was like a terrible artist, but when he started going crazy, I love his art.
I want to talk about that scene later on. Yeah,
They said he was up and coming, actually.
He wasn't going anywhere.
No,
at the beginning he was
Tons
going.
of people were saying he was an up and coming artist.
He wasn't going anywhere.
no. See, I think the only time they said that was when
Once
the
the
fiance.
piece, once the piece had some value to it because of the murders, is when they
Well,
started.
that's
to say
not
that.
even what I was talking about.
Yeah, no, you're talking about the scene where the fiance discovers the gallery.
Yeah, I like those art.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a sec. Another thought I had while watching this movie is, how is there two Candymen at once? Because there was the one doing the actual killing, and there was Anthony becoming.
Well, because Anthony had to actually die to become the Candyman.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause
There were
they showed it
what's his
at the
name?
end.
The laundromat
where
guy
he gets
just
shots.
the laundromat guy was just he was basically like making him go into like Candyman cosplay, but it doesn't really count
Yeah, that's
until
what I was a little confused about.
But it didn't really count until he died, because he died in as an innocent man. So then that's why he's part of the legend, because now he's part of like this black revenge of of like injustice.
But why did the laundromat owner have to kill Anthony if he already knew there was a Candyman?
That's where the entire curveball comes in. I just didn't like.
It's because they needed a new.
But why did
version.
he want to revive it?
Well,
Is it
because
specifically-
the more iterations and like the more people know about Candyman and
So
the
you think
stronger, the stronger
the more
spirit is.
publicity that he gets, the stronger he gets.
so the legend was kind of dying, and he kind of wanted to
Yeah.
revive it, sort of
Yeah,
thing.
especially with the gentrifying of the
Yeah.
the neighborhood.
Is that
That-
why he wanted to do it? Probably.
Yep.
That makes more sense now. See, that's something I feel like they could have done a little bit better.
Yeah,
Well, they did. They
didn't
actually
explain
did.
it very much.
They showed it. So I don't know if he sticked around, but at the end of the movie, they showed like with the shadow puppets from the original Candyman to the newest one,
They show 5 different iterations of Candyman and like
which I didn't know there was 5 of them.
I got very
I did not know there was
and
5.
then-
All Might's
and then there's
ability
a-
from that like
Oh, we're passing the one for all.
yeah passing on like everything that happened in the previous one passes on to the next
yeah,
one.
it's kind of like that. And like when in the final shot, there's 5 of them standing together, and there's like a bunch of shadows behind them, implying that's like the silent majority of the black community.
But yeah,
Okay. And now, I want to talk about my favorite moment, which was the scene that Aleksey was talking about. The scene where Anthony's paintings are discovered by Brianna, which is the name of the fiance. Okay, so we finally get to see Anthony, who has been working passionately like half the film on these paintings. And we never really got to see what it was until this moment. And there was so much suspense when these deranged paintings were revealed. And, you get to see Anthony kind of lose his sanity a little bit, smashing mirrors because he's trying to prevent Brianna from summoning the Candyman while she's begging him, like, I'm real. I'm right here. Come on. And I feel like this movie could have even gone a step further and maybe, like, made it to where, maybe everything was in Anthony's head the whole film. I feel like that would have been
that would have been cool.
cool concept right there.
Yeah, maybe.
Were the paintings?
The paintings were of the previous Candyman.
Yeah, that's what I was
They were
gonna
cool.
ask.
They were cool art pieces.
Yeah,
though.
I think it was showing their deaths, or I think.
It was still pretty cool.
'Cause they
Are
were
you
like-
sure? It just looked like faces to me.
Yeah, but the
Yeah, but-
faces were all fucked up, I think.
Yeah, so you're trying to tell me every face got shot off?
Well, not shot off.
They were brutally murdered.
could have been
All the
beaten.
Well,
previous
yeah, that,
Candyman,
like
they were
when they
brutally
showed
murdered.
the previous Candyman before Anthony, that one, like the old man who just passed out candy and was accused for having razor blades in it.
He wasn't accused. He clearly had him.
No,
No.
they said he was innocent.
He was
Oh,
innocent.
they
Yeah,
were
they
saying-
they
why
would-
they keep on showing the razor blades.
Because
Yeah.
that's part of Candyman's trope is to
Oh,
have
okay.
yeah.
the razors in the candy.
Yeah, but like the fact that I don't know how he already started off with a hook for a hand.
Yeah, it would have been cool to see.
And was
Well,
there an
I guess
actual
the
hole in the
original.
wall?
Huh?
At the start, was there an actual hole in that wall?
Yeah, he was hiding.
Because that hole in the wall looked fake. It looked like it was this
Like a
a
paint
sticker on it or
Yeah.
something. And
Well,
then all of
it
a
was-
sudden he's coming out. I was like, that seems like a typical horror trope there.
Yeah, no, like I don't.
What was your guys' favorite scene?
Here's some cool scenes.
scene.
When you mentioned the shadow puppets, I really like that, especially when the gay couple was talking about the story.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the origin of it.
Yeah, the origin of it, and I thought that was really cool. I loved the style. There was just super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Very
like that
artistic.
scene too.
I also like the elevator scene
the whole
because that was
scene-
the only part that actually gave me a nice jump scare.
Yeah, that was good. The
I
whole
did-
scene was the whole movie was very artistic.
I found maybe it's not my favorite scene, but it was a powerful scene, which was you already brought it up, but when Candyman comes out of the hole in the
The laundry.
the kid is doing the laundry
Yeah.
because he's like smiling and it's like kind of creepy, but also
Yeah.
kind of like it seems kind of
Approachable.
genuine.
Yeah.
Okay, my question is, why did he decide to come out of hiding
Because
just to give candy to a stranger?
Good question.
I mean, that's very sus, if you ask me.
yeah, but
That was
I guess to
strange.
get the plot going, the fact that kid knew
but-
about him now,
But
and
the-
then the fact that he died as an innocent man. Because remember in the scene with the restroom, the bathroom scene, he sees him in the corner. Remember?
mhm.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so that's probably why they're like, oh, now I know why this origin started. Like why Candyman's Candyman.
Mm-hmm.
I would say I don't know. This is not really my favorite scene. Was the fact that they zoomed out with the lady's death.
Oh, you actually like that scene?
I did. I enjoyed that,
That was a
whole
cool
shot.
shot.
Yeah, that was a good shot.
I really, that was one of the coolest scenes to me because I don't know. I thought it was more enjoyable than as a scene, but not. I guess it was a cool death to me.
It was a cool shot, but the CGI made it a little
Unrealistic?
silly because
He's
the
invisible.
movements were a little too
Yeah.
fast, so it made it look like it was ragdolling like a video game.
All right. Now time for moments that should be cut. So you guys already know my grievance. All the kills. I didn't enjoy
all of them? You want all of them cut out?
Not cut, but changed. This is something I want changed. Like, I like everything in the movie except for that because I want to be. I don't know. Maybe I'm just.
You
weird.
want to see more of Candyman doing the stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Like the movie's called Candyman, and
they don't show him much.
Yeah, exactly.
I think one thing that should be cut out, like I sort of, I don't know why they did it the way they did at the end of the movie, where what the cop was doing to the
Oh, the
girlfriend.
girl, the
yeah.
briber.
Yeah.
Like either you say it was him, or you're
why
gonna go
did they do that? I mean,
to show like the
What do you mean,
racism.
why?
The racism again.
It's clear. Yeah, it's because
It's literally
they
the show racism right
because
there.
they killed an innocent man,
And they're like-
and she's clearly a witness that was right
Oh.
there.
See, that would have been awesome if he went like on a rampage and we were able to see the kills better of like the cops. 'cause
the
it would have-
off-screen
Didn't
kill of
they-
the
didn't
cop.
they sh-
Yeah, that was weird. I
Didn't they
wondered.
show like a couple cops?
They
dying?
showed them off screen mostly, like just like in the distance, one of them getting their.
And what was the movie rated?
It was rated R, so like.
Yeah, why did they show it off screen?
They showed some pretty.
They showed like 3 kills, and 2 of them were off screen.
Yeah, but
I mean, the first kill that we saw was
Maybe we're just blood hungry, but you know.
Yeah,
but I think it would have.
when we see
made
a movie
it
like this,
creepier.
we want to see more action from the person the movie's about.
Yeah.
I mean, the movie is about him. It doesn't really have to specifically be about the kills that he commits. Because the kills aren't supposed to be glorified.
No, they're not, but still.
But you want to glorify
We want to
them.
see them, okay?
I think
You sick
something that
fuck.
That adds more fear to the.
Yes. If they
story.
added more of, if we saw Candyman, like if they did more of what he did with the first kills, where they actually showed him actively going after them, hunting them down, basically. If I saw that more, especially towards the end of the movie with the cops,
Yeah, it would have showed the true colors of the cops. Like
yes, I would have liked that more because I don't
it
know.
would have been more satisfying to see like these racist, evil people being killed.
Yeah.
It's not even that. I just wanted see the blood and gore.
Oh my God.
That is literally the only reason. I just want
I
to
just
see
want pointless death for
Yes, give me that.
It's just so stupid.
So that's my only grievance with this movie. I enjoyed it. It had this powerful message, but I just wish
My grievance was that, like I said earlier, it was the white girls getting killed. Like
Yeah, that was weird.
They set it up with like one white girl scene
At the very
Anthony's art piece, and then they bring it up way later, and they show how they're like kind of bullying this black girl, and then they get murdered.
Killed the next moment later.
Yeah. And we can't even see those kills because they're off screen.
Yeah.
I thought it was a cool shot with the bees like in the little mirror.
I thought, yeah, the bee hitting the mirror was awesome, but like before that, like there was like 4 girls and like we didn't get to see any of them really die.
We saw one.
We saw one on the little mirror on the floor. Yeah.
That was about it. I think for me, most of like the thing that I felt could have got cut out. I don't know. I don't really like all the art. Like
You don't like the art?
all the art galleries, like the moment where
like the slow dialogue scenes you're talking about.
no, like I don't know. I didn't really enjoy it when they do the second art piece with the lady, like where the fiance goes to meets the higher up.
Oh
Like,
yeah, at the
I
art
think-
exhibit.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that should have been. I don't know. I don't really like that.
Yeah, I mean it kind of sets up the story because the museum owner was just using the fiance to get to Anthony. Yeah.
I don't know.
She wanted more of his pieces. She's like, you need to bring him. You can bring anyone else, but we need him.
But that didn't relate to anything with Candyman.
That's true.
And I don't know. I just don't feel like that was needed.
Well, I
Another
think they were just showing how they're like abusing like
the scene where he talks about it, where like they like what we make, but they don't like us.
yeah, exactly.
You know the thing I don't like about horror movies these days, or thrillers, as some of you might say, is why does every like paranormal creature have something to do with bugs? Like
Bugs
this
are
one's got
creepy.
bees.
Yeah, bugs are creepy, bro.
People
If you
have
ever-
fear of
Still,
bugs.
but
Have you ever
still.
zoomed in on a bug and see how it looks?
I get
like
that,
an
but
ant?
why do they? Every single
And 'cause-
supernatural being has something to do with bugs.
Because like flies also represent death and decay. So
Yeah.
But
and
still,
like-
it's
and
over,
like
it's
with
an
the-
overused trope.
With the bees, with this one, they talk about it in the
I-
first movie.
Well, no,
they give it a
they
reason
just-
at least in
Yeah,
this one.
the
But
bees
still.
are related to the first death.
Yeah, I
So
know.
they at least give it a reason, but a lot of horror movies, they don't give a reason why. They just throw
So-
in some bugs,
'Cause
flies.
bugs just look. Like, they're just
Bugs are
scary
scary,
looking.
I
Yeah.
guess.
It's still
If you was-
like,
if you was,
please
like,
branch out from
if
it.
you-
and
yeah,
make something
this
original.
film did really good on the bees, but I see what you're saying about all the other horror movies.
I don't know. Bugs should just look like little aliens. That's probably why people
Little
look scary.
Well, I mean, if you watch SpongeBob, they give plenty of close-ups of
Yeah,
bugs.
that's true. So what are you guys' final rating on
7.
Candyman?
Still an 8.
Yeah, still an 8.
7 for me too. All right. So let's read some online reviews. This IMDb audience member gave it a 5 out of 10. The original Candyman suffered from muddled mythology and unclear rules. And this film does nothing to fix that, which I disagree with. The lore is messier and more confusing than ever, and that's not helped by the fact that this movie has 0 character development for anyone involved. It's established that the lead character, Anthony, is estranged from his mother, but we never learn why, and the plot thread is never resolved. Other than that, we know nothing of the substance about any of the characters, and thus do not care when when they're in danger or die. Despite this, the actors really give it their all and make all the scenes sufficiently watchable. The camera work and direction are creative and also elevate the clumsily written material to be watchable, but it's still not worth watching.
I strongly disagree with this
Yeah.
guy.
I don't think he watched the same movie because, to be fair, there was a lot of like poorly written scenes, but I mean, obviously we did resolve what Anthony and his mother were hiding, so I don't know if he was just asleep during that part.
And I guess-
Wait, what was it? I'm sorry.
That was his complaint. Was like one of the complaints he had was that we never learned why Anthony has a weird relationship with his mom, but like
Why was it?
it was more so because I guess
Because she lied.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
the end there.
she lied and she's trying to protect him from the legend and shit.
Was that really it?
Yeah, that's literally it.
I don't know.
They
why.
also said the lore is messier in this movie. I don't remember much from the first one, but they
Felt
did
like
a
a-
pretty good job at
I
explaining.
think it's pretty straightforward in
yeah,
this.
they did a pretty good job.
I feel like
the
they cleaned
only
it up here in
like
this
kind of like inconsistent rules is like when they call Candyman, it automatically like kills the person who like calls for him.
Mm-hmm.
But like at the end of the movie, when Anthony's girlfriend calls for him, he kills the cops.
That's
instead
true.
Of her.
Yeah.
Well, I think because in his mind, I think he knew who she was before Candyman took over 100%.
Yeah, but why didn't she die? She said Candyman 5 times in a row. Because anyone who says it in that room, everyone dies in that room. So it doesn't matter if the person said it or not. If someone in that room said it, you're dying.
Why
She
didn't
didn't die.
why didn't the black girl die?
Yeah, that's what I'm
That's
saying.
what he's asking. Why didn't the fiance die?
No, not that one. I'm talking about in the pointless scene that Jesus doesn't like with the teenagers. Why didn't the other girl
the girl
die?
Because
hiding in
she
the
left
stall?
before they said it 5 times.
No,
No, the
No,
girl
she
hiding in the
was-
stall.
she was in
yeah,
the
she
stall.
was still in the stall though. See,
Maybe he didn't see her. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good point. Those rules are kind of a little confusing.
Also, early on in the beginning, when Anthony and his girlfriend are like on the couch just chilling,
Mhm.
and he like
he didn't
he
say it 5
called-
times, did he?
did he?
I don't think so. I think his fiance slapped him. Like, no, get your ass
No,
out."
he
Well,
said
if
it.
he did, then it still didn't kill them because he did pop up. He popped up in the window.
Yeah.
All right.
So he did say it.
He didn't do anything.
It's
to them.
it's
I
confusing.
think he didn't do anything because he needed the kid alive.
Yeah, I said he needed the body, so he needed him to grow in like fame.
He needed. I'm
for
assuming he
killing.
needed to die an innocent death before he could take over.
Yeah, that's probably why.
Yeah, possibly.
But he did also. Again, I think the fiance just had plot armor.
Yeah, that too.
So
100% plot armor.
this Metacritic reviewer gave it a 60 out of 100. Though it delivers some entertaining comedy and bloodshed, Candyman is clunky and overall instructive in its metaphoric purpose, killing subtext as often as it does anyone foolish enough to summon the Epiphanous spirit. So,
He said a lot of words that sound nice, but in the end of
Have
the
no
day,
value.
he doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't explain what he means.
yeah, all he said was this movie was funny and had blood, but the killing didn't make sense. It's like, okay, but why is that merit a 6 out of 10
Yeah, he
or
didn't
60 out of
explain at all.
All right, this Rotten Tomato audience gave it a 5 out of 5, filled with an in-depth ideologies that have plagued persons of color for generations.
So this guy made sense.
Yeah, this guy pretty much explained the whole meaning of the film.
Yeah, message.
The
Why
message
why
of
he
the-
enjoyed the movie?
Mhm.
You think that's the guy who was right in front of us who helped me back up the fight
Oh
against
my God.
The
Aleksey?
one that knew all the lore.
Yeah.
Man, Aleksey was like so mad at the audience because there were like people with their phones on, dropping
I was.
shit.
I would be annoyed
No,
with that too.
I heard the phone go off like 4 times. In the
How do you
theater.
guys always get the worst show?
And the guy in front of me kept on opening up Snapchat and taking pictures of the screen.
It was so bullshit.
How do you guys get the
I
worst
don't
show
know.
Because we
time?
keep going at
Because we
9.
keep going fucking late.
Yeah, because Alexi's like, whoa, we gotta go late at night.
Well, it's because I worked until 10. I even showed up late, and I was hauling ass trying to get to the theater.
Plus, it was filled with like a bunch of teens and shit.
I thought, I like how Jesus like, man, this is a lot fuller than normally is. I'm like, well, I
The
also,
movie did just come out, so
well, no, it's because we're in a
We've
smaller
seen
theater,
plenty
bro.
of movies that just came out. And
Fair enough. Fair enough.
It's because it was in a smaller theater. It wasn't, for some reason, that movie was not like advertised as a big movie.
Well, this movie also does have like a small following, so
I don't think it has a small following. I think it has a pretty big following.
This Rotten Tomatoes
that's
critic
your opinion.
gave it a rotten score. August 29, 2021, Candyman updates the 1992 film with astute social commentary, but contains more style than suspense. Which, I mean, yes, it has more, I guess, artistic than suspensefulness, but that's kind of missing the point of the film.
Yeah. Like clearly, like I know Jordan Peele and the actual director, I forget her name. She was in WandaVision. She was the black lady.
Oh, The Neighbor?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They were clearly trying to like do something that puts more layers into the
Mhm.
actual myth or legend of Candyman,
Mm-hmm.
because they were expanding on something that was already in the first one.
Yeah, yeah,
even
yeah.
like it was subtle, but it was still in the first one.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like it's exactly coming out of nowhere.
Yeah, right. So, yeah. Anything else you guys want to add to this film? I think we pretty much hit all the points.
No, I think it's about it.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I can't think of anything.
check out our previous podcast if you guys are enjoying this one so far. We
Now-
upload new episodes weekly. Also, check out the Patreon. Any help is appreciated.
I think the movie's good. You should watch it.
Now into the Paw Patrol review.
All right.
Oh my god, we're gonna talk.
Act 3, content we've seen this week. All right, so what you guys can talk about Paw Patrol?
Um,
I think Paw Patrol is set in the same universe as Kung Fu Panda.
I think it's set in the
and
same
Zootopia.
universe as Candyman.
What? Are they the ones trying to figure out?
The officer cop is racist, and so then they're gonna summon Candyman to kill the officer
Oh
cop.
no!
so the audience for Paw Patrol was also bad.
Why was it loud?
Yeah.
It was
A lot of little
we
kids.
sat behind a whole like a family of kids, and they were just really. Oh my god! Look
No,
at
we
it,
sat
it's
in
Chase.
front of them.
Oh, yeah, right.
And they were the only people there. Oh,
be
wait, no,
fair-
there was a couple of
Yeah,
Come on,
that's
you guys can't go to a kids movie and say the audience was bad because you got to expect.
It was
this.
at like 9 p.m. though. So
What?
Why would
Yeah, it was
Why
at-
were you watching at 9? Why was a movie like that even playing at 9 p.m.?
No, it was actually at 7:20.
Well,
Are they
no,
expecting
can't
an
go to
old-
sleep.
Are they expecting an older audience or something?
But
No.
still, it was still like,
It was late. I'm
There was-
surprised they let it, but it was also a Friday too.
and there was almost no one there except for like, like the family that was directly behind us.
No, there was another. I think there was 2 more families there.
Yeah, but they weren't annoying. Like
No, yeah, they
the one
were.
that was directly behind us.
Bro, the thing I loved about Paw Patrol is the fact that all the dogs could drive a vehicle. Like one of the dogs were driving a helicopter, Apache helicopter, bro.
I have no
An
clue if this.
Apache helicopter.
I
Yeah.
have no clue if this movie's canon, but if it is, they introduce a new Paw Patrol dog,
Her name is Liberty, and she's
Yeah.
a wiener dog.
and they got a new headquarters in like fake New York that they came from like some like
It's Adventure
Why
Bay.
is
They
this
came,
plot so elaborate?
they came from a bench.
they came from the
Adventure Bay.
country.
Yeah,
and,
they went for.
and they
How
were,
was the animation?
they were gonna go. It was actually surprisingly good.
I'll be
Oh.
back. I really gotta pee. I finished this monster. You guys can doing bang. You
It's
guys
a
can keep
bang.
talking about it.
Keep going, keep going.
And so yeah, the animation was surprisingly good. But they come from this like countryside town, and they have their base there and whatever. And they get one call that's saying that they need to go to Adventure City, which is like their fake New York. And they take a road trip there, and by the time they get there, there's a whole ass like Avengers style like tower in the middle of the city.
They question how the hell did we get this? And it's
Yeah,
like,
how
oh,
the-
we sold merch. It's like, wait, what? You're gonna talk about selling merch in a movie?
Like like building it alone would have taken like years to
Was there
make.
any product placement in the movie?
Of course there was.
Like what?
Their own merch.
No, they really did. In the movie,
The movie itself.
they held a shirt up and it had like the main dog. So the
Oh,
main
wow.
dog's a canine, and his name's Chase. And he's like, see, we sell merch, and this Lulu showing Chase, the main dog that people like.
I was thinking like drinks,
No.
any gaming stuff, any like
No.
car placements. I know there was a Mustang. You said,
Yeah, it was a fake Mustang.
So
but
the
we
thing-
still knew it was a Mustang.
So the thing I was questioning is how the hell did he let a 7-year-old kid drive a whole semi truck?
Oh yeah, he drew.
He drew he
Yes.
drew from outwards, like you said, a
That's
city.
giving little kids dangerous thoughts.
Thoughts, yeah. Like, how do you allow that? I get that it's a kids movie, but that's still not something that should be. Yeah, we encourage kids to take a semi truck and drive like maybe 4 hours away to a giant ass city. Like, how is that
I'd
even
do it.
allowed?
I'd do it.
No.
If I was a 7-year-old, I'd drive. You know,
Well, yeah,
when
but
I was in
that's
Russia, I
different.
actually did get in a. I was allowed to drive tractors.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I
but
was like
but you probably
4 or
weren't
5 years
allowed to
old.
drive all the way 4 hours away with a
Fair
tractor.
enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, because in the movie, so like the owner for all the pups, he's only 7. He drove a semi truck
Oh my God.
all the way to Bay City.
Did
be
he at least
fair-
wear a seatbelt?
Yeah.
Hey, okay, look. To
He
be
wore a
fair,
seatbelt.
in dog years, that's quite old. So
No, but like, and then
Yeah,
like,
that
then
doesn't
they
make sense.
like parents and stuff like pulled up right next to them with their kid, and they're like, "Hi," like they're just like it's normal.
Oh my
Are
god.
we
Like, how is that
talking-
normal?
That's right.
you said it
that's-
was about 7 years old, right?
That main kid,
Yeah,
it
so
was like 7.
was it actually a 7-year-old dog?
It was a 7-year-old human, is
No,
what
it's a
he's
human
saying.
kid. a human kid.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
Driving a semi truck,
Yeah,
like driving all the way to Bay City, which
Don't
is probably,
drive
So
cars
you're
until
saying-
you
So
have
you're
a
saying that
permit.
there are humans in this?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's the only for some reason the only animals that could talk were all the dogs.
It is not set in the
All the
universe
dogs
of,
could
like,
talk.
Kung Fu Panda or Zootopia.
Why do you want it so badly? to be
Because
the
I want a
same
whole
universe?
universe like
It's
Kung Fu
fucking
Panda,
stupid,
Zootopia, ants. I just want it to happen, okay?
That shit's dumb.
It's not. It'll be cool.
Oh my gosh! What other content you guys seen? Wait, first of all, what do you guys rate Paw Patrol?
It's
From the sound
it's
of
a
it.
5. No, it's a 4 if I was an adult, which I am, and it's like a 7 or an 8 if I was a kid.
If
watching
it was
this.
set in the same universe as the other movies,
Stop
I'd give it a
saying
10
it's
out
in
of
the
10.
same-
Oh my gosh!
I wanted it to
What do
happen
you
so
rate it?
badly, okay? I
I'm
want
gonna
it.
for both. It's gonna be 7.
7
For
both?
both
For
as
both.
an adult and a kid.
Yeah, because I explained this to you
Javier
earlier.
was so loud. Like, he was like, bro, that man zooming.
Bro,
And you
honestly.
you kept swearing in front of these kids.
I'm trying to control myself. I couldn't help it.
If it's late at night, you have every right. The kids should be in bed. You have every right to swear.
It was like 7:20, dude.
Well, the movie
Plus
started.
the parents took him.
That's
Yeah.
their fault.
Well, it is our
They're not
fault for watching.
expecting fucking adults going to the stupid kids
You paid
movie.
money to see a movie. You have every right. Well, you don't. It's in the movie theater, so you shouldn't be talking period. But still,
You know what? I don't know.
What other
So-
content you guys seen this
I
week?
restarted a One Piece.
You already said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, not on stream though.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Or did I? I don't remember. Anyways,
I don't know.
No, yeah, you did because I was telling shit
Oh,
about
right,
it. Anyway,
right.
start
yeah, that's the
JoJo.
kind I started. I was also rewatching Naruto.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, those are my go-to when it comes to rewatching stuff, like Naruto or One Piece. Occasionally Bleach, but that's not what I was watching. Anyways, yeah, so I did that. I rewatched the Spider-Man trailer like a bunch of times.
You're like rewatching a lot of fucking shit.
Hey, I like things that it's like comfort zone kind of thing, you know?
Oh, you know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, know what's gonna happen, and I just like the music that happens.
Okay,
and
fair
all that,
enough.
so I
I
like
guess.
that stuff.
I suppose it's understandable.
What else? Yeah, no, that's about it.
Not a lot of.
I mean, I talked about like stuff like the Five Nights at Freddy's. I got that.
Mhm.
I'm gonna try and get into that.
Right.
So that's about it.
I've been watching The Sopranos. I finished
Alright.
season 1 maybe 2 days ago,
Ooh.
and I'm halfway through season 2 as of last night. I stayed up and watched a couple episodes.
Yeah, I hear it gets more serious after the first season. Like the first season has a lot more comedy, and the later seasons
It's really good.
get more. yeah.
It's extremely good.
I do like gangster films. Like I've seen a lot of I've seen American Gangster. I've seen
I haven't seen that.
I've
Dude, honestly, I haven't even seen The Godfather.
Really?
No.
Wow, I own the trilogy. I love gangster films. That's
I
something I,
want to
never got
watch
around to.
them. It's just
Yeah, you're
they're
gonna
really
need to
long.
you're gonna need to set some time aside.
That's my same problem with like Lord of the Rings and shit like that.
Mm.
But
long.
especially with Lord of the Rings, that fantasy stuff isn't really my vibe.
Dude, I love gangster films. You should check it out, and
I
I'll
was-
check out The Sopranos because surprisingly I never get around to it.
I want to see a gangster film where Danny DeVito's the boss.
Danny DeVito.
Watch Batman 2, bro.
Then watch
Where he's the penguin. He's
What?
the boss.
Yeah.
watch Sunny in Philadelphia.
Is he actually in there?
Yeah, he's in.
Yes.
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Okay. I don't know what that movie is.
It's a
There's
TV show.
There's a TV show.
Yeah, I don't know that.
The only thing that I'm going to talk about is the anime I brought up this at the beginning of the podcast, which is the Wonder Egg.
Oh,
So I've never watched. I haven't finished watching all the way through. I mean, it was like 2 seasonal, and
Good job.
I'm trying to look something up for the.
The face you make.
no, but I've only watched the first 2 episodes because I'm trying to watch in sub because I know the anime itself it's its own. It's not I don't know. It's its own genre.
Oh,
in a
wow.
sense, so it's brand new and people are bashing on it. They actually enjoy it.
that's good.
But basically, what the stories, I don't know how to explain it. I've only seen 3 episodes, I believe, and what I can tell is everything happens when she sleeps.
Oh,
And they're trying to prevent suicide.
Imagine
okay.
sleeping.
Wow, that sounds deep.
Yeah, and every time it's a new thing, the main chick grabs an egg, and that's how she finds her next quest in a sense.
Okay. Wow, that sounds like an interesting
It
concept.
strangely reminds me of Madoka.
Madoka. Yeah. Kind of reminds me of Angel Beats.
And there's another
that was a good
one
one.
that I got told, like, because I listen to an anime podcast.
Oh,
Which
yeah?
one?
That are
The one that talks about anime.
yeah, that one.
The one that talks about anime.
Wait, let me look it up. I don't want to put.
While you're looking it up, you got.
Yeah, so I went to the movies and watched The Night House. It was released August 20th of 2021. Plot: a widow begins to uncover her recently deceased husband's disturbing secrets. It's rated R, directed by David Bruckner, and starring Rebecca Hall. Honestly, I rated 9 out of 10. I enjoyed it. Definitely a psychological thriller that made me think, not in the same way that I thought about Candyman. This one's racial issues, which is important to think about. But this one made me think more of the horror sense, like, because it was a lot of it was left open to interpretation at the end of the film. And so yeah, I had a lot of questions watching the movie, but they weren't like, the critical questions like, oh, why did they show this scene here? That makes no sense. It was more like, I wonder how that plays into the story. And this is also a movie that tells its story more through visuals and special effects than words. Like, it sets up a scene. You kind of got to pay attention to everything that's happening more than listen to the words, because they don't use as much dialogue. Because it's mainly just like one lady who's going through all these events. So, she doesn't really have people to talk to all the time. But it's really well done, and it's greatly executed. And I think the lead actress did an amazing job, and I would recommend everybody watch it. I would go watch it again.
Nice. I might check it out soon with Javier, hopefully.
Yeah, I'm down. When I seen the trailer, I was already down to watch
your movie
it.
pass stuff.
You gotta get one, man. You'll save money.
Oh,
I know I will, but
the podcast was gonna say it's the R Anime Podcast.
Our anime podcast.
Yeah.
I told you it's literally
But
the
then,
anime
like,
podcast.
The show, like, I guess the people that make it, it's the Tokyo Podfathers.
Tokyo Podfathers.
That's like the show.
the Podfather.
Yeah, but like another anime that they talked about that I started trying to read the manga, but I really just don't have the time to do it right now. It's like the talentless Nani or something like that.
Huh.
Because like what they describe the story for the very first episode is a girl goes to school to try to find aliens. And like the very first episode, she finds someone and she makes him fall in love with her, and she pushes him off a cliff.
What?
And that's how it ends.
Oh my gosh.
And then
Quite the setup.
yeah, I know. And I'm just like, what? And I just like, I'm gonna pick up the manga for this. I don't want to know if I want to read it, like watch it in animation form. I think I want to read the manga for it. So yeah.
So I was just thinking back. So I forgot to talk about this when we were talking about Paw Patrol, but I think the most suspenseful part of that movie was just getting the tickets to go in, because Javier and I we were waiting in line, I think, and we were just debating how we would like get through without being completely embarrassed.
How'd that
And
go?
Javier went to the concession stand.
So I want my free popcorn.
Yeah, he was gonna get popcorn and shit, and then he was just trying to avoid to get the ticket. And the lady was like, do you need any tickets? And then he was like, no, I got mine online. He's like, well, I could scan it for you.
And then she prints it out. I'm
Then
like,
she
cool.
prints it out, and then she gave you this weird look apparently, and she was like, enjoy your movie. And then I was just like standing off to the side, so I don't have to be seen like oh, I'm joining in to watch Paw Patrol.
Hey, I'm just getting used to my free movies. Okay?
We should do that just to see reactions of.
No.
We should
And
just go
then,
see.
That's why I'm saying we're gonna watch that monster fighting movie
That
for
actually
kids.
doesn't look too.
But it's for kids,
Oh
bro.
my
Like
gosh.
100%. That's
Well,
the
we
audience.
should do
for
that,
it.
yeah.
And that's not even the end of the story, because then like shortly after,
We get
like
stuck waiting for you to get
oh
scanned
my
in, bro.
God,
I was-
yeah, so we have to go up to the ticket taker, and he obviously gives her.
she
I said he, as in you.
Oh.
He gives her his ticket to her, and he easily just goes by. And she asked me, "Do you have a ticket?" I'm like, "Yeah." And then I have to pull it up on my phone, and then I just show her. But she insists on like scanning it.
So I think that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, but
And then she took a whole solid like 2 minutes to get it right.
It was 5
Bro,
minutes.
getting it right too. She
It was
just going
5 minutes.
And she probably read the thing. She's like, Paw Patrol, aren't you a grown ass adult? Why are you watching
I
this?
showed it to her. She kept trying to scan it. She's like, "Oh, can you just like lay it down or something?" So I laid it down. She's still trying to scan it, and I'm like, "Oh, maybe if I turn up the brightness, it'll go through." And then it didn't do anything. And then she asked me, "Can you like zoom in for me, please?"
Yeah, I know.
And I'm like, "No, it doesn't work like that."
Brother villain in Paw Patrol though, Mr. Monopoly Man.
And then
Stuff you did try to get out of them.
she just kept trying it. I'm like, well, I mean, can you just let me go? You see the ticket right there. It's in the app. It shows the showtime. It shows the theater. It shows the location.
It doesn't
It
count.
shows the fucking movie title too.
It doesn't. It
then
doesn't
what was the
count. It could
problem?
be someone else's
I don't know.
account.
She just insisted on scanning the fucking ticket.
Or it could have been screenshotted.
Oh
You
my
could have
God.
screenshot it. Someone could have sent it to you.
You can do that and it still works.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know.
What I'm trying to say.
Oh, okay.
But then eventually we fucking get through it. And
Oh
she's
my
like,
God.
"Yeah, just go right ahead."
Yeah, just go watch your Paw Patrol.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
she knew he was watching Paw Patrol.
And thank God we were the first ones inside the movie
And
theater.
we were too.
Because
It would have been awkward.
if the parents saw us just coming in, like, "Oh, we don't have any fucking kids with us." They're like,
Why
"Oh."
are these two grown ass adults? Are they trying to steal a kid or
Oh
something?
my
And then
god.
Javier's loud ass has to fucking swear every couple minutes.
Like, why are you fucking doing that?
Honestly, though, there was a lot of shit that didn't make sense to me. I was like, what the
Oh my
fuck?
god.
Yeah, and then like clearly it also didn't make sense to me, but I'm trying to keep quiet because I'm like, obviously this is a kids movie. You're not supposed to really think about it that much.
Like the fact that all the dogs had their own whip. Like, how the fuck did they drive it? And then they zoom in on the interior for the main dog chase.
Yeah.
They literally have paw prints for like the gas and everything, and that's
my
how they
God.
do all the stuff. You even see them like use like a lever to like take off. I'm like, what?
Sounds like a interesting movie.
Yeah.
So the next thing I watched this week was Owl House. I actually started Owl House.
You did?
Yep,
I
released
also-
January
I'm trying to
10th
start that too.
of
yeah, but I haven't had a chance.
2020.
Wait, what Alexa say?
I'm also trying to
Fuck
watch
yeah,
that.
let's fucking go,
Plot.
dude.
Accidentally sent to the world of boiling isles before a trip to summer camp, teenage human named Luz longs to become a witch with the rebellious Edda and the pint-sized demon king at her aid. It's rated TV Y7, created by Dana Terrace, starring Sarah Nicole Robles and Alex Hirsch. And I rated a 7.5 out of 10 so far, because I've only seen 3 episodes.
Oh, it gets way better.
Yeah, because right now they're just building up the universe, setting up the characters, so I haven't really gotten to see any of the interesting parts, I guess you could call it.
That show has really good animation for their fight scenes, like surprisingly.
Oh, really?
good. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually haven't seen many of the fight scenes yet, so it's gonna be interesting to see what happens because you've been talking really good about it. So
He's
Yeah.
been hyping it up.
yeah, I've
for
been
like
hyping
weeks.
it up.
Yeah, I'm glad that you guys are watching it.
I don't. It's.
I definitely think it's creative and it has its funny moments. Definitely didn't expect Disney to put something out like this.
Yeah.
They're known to be squeaky clean. And this has like has kind of like sort of demons in it. So I was like, whoa.
Yeah, it's kind of like Gravity Falls in that they show a bunch of like different unique mysteries and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
I really like it.
It's interesting so far.
Bro,
Definitely.
the show has 100% on the Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, whoa.
What the heck?
You're 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I
You're
told you
100%
it's
Oh,
rotten.
it's a spoiler.
Don't look at the fucking screenshot. Not you, Eddie. I'm talking to Javier.
I just saw a
No,
spoiler.
well, no, I just looked it up to see where it's on because I keep forgetting.
It's on Disney Plus.
I don't own
Yeah, it's on
Disney
Disney
Plus.
Plus.
so I guess
Gotta
I'm
get
never
Disney
gonna watch
Plus,
it.
Since
It's too expensive to buy now. You guys said the price went up. Now I don't feel like buying it.
Yeah, I'm still gonna get the yearly one. It's cheaper to buy the yearly.
Yeah, but I heard the yearly one went up too.
Yeah, by $10.
So yeah, why the hell am I spend $10 more?
To watch
I think
Disney
it's worth
Plus
it.
content.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. It's
Marvel's worth
Well,
it.
if you give me your HBO Max, then I could cancel mine, and then I'll split the
Yeah, I already-
cost.
I canceled
of,
well,
mine.
it's not even mine. It's Antisha's.
Oh,
I
it's
canceled my
Antisha's.
HBO Max.
I would
HBO
And
pay
I
for
don't think
half.
I don't
You
think she
canceled
even
it?
cares.
Dang.
Trying to save some money.
Okay.
What? You cancel HBO
I canceled
Max?
my HBO Max. I canceled basically everything except for YouTube and
Pornhub.
Disney Plus.
Dang, he's
Yeah,
struggling with
that too.
He's struggling with that money right now.
Oh, not really struggling, but I'm just trying to see how much I can save.
Okay.
Yeah, man, I just canceled like my Sirius XM and my fucking OnStar subscription.
Why would
Oh,
you
dude.
even have that?
Dude,
What is
because
OnStar?
OnStar is like you get like
Exclusive radio content, right?
no, that's Sirius XM. You get
Yeah.
satellite radio because the onboard radios on most cars right now, they're kind of fucking shit. They're static all the time. But yeah, I just canceled the Sirius XM. It was like $35 a month.
Oh my gosh.
Jeez.
And
Good thing you did that.
I also canceled my OnStar, which is like $25 a month.
The OnStar one is for like health stuff, right? Like if you get stranded somewhere, you can use it.
Yeah, and it gives you like phone controls where you can like unlock and lock your car key through like a mobile app,
Oh wow.
just in case you like forget your keys inside your car. But I thought if I ever happen to like lock my keys in, then I could just resubscribe and then use it for that time and then
Right.
cancel again.
Why don't you know the numbers for your car then?
What?
Why don't you remember the numbers for your car?
What do you mean numbers?
Doesn't your car have a key fob on the side? Like where you type in the numbers? Like one.
key.
Yeah. The number thing on the side?
No.
Doesn't it?
No.
That's why Chevy's
I
awful.
feel like most of the older cars have that.
My car has it. It's not even that. It's
I didn't see that on your car.
it's so it's
Yeah, I've seen it on his
it's
car.
it's red. It's like
I must be blind.
it's like literally right there on the side of the driver door.
Where's your app, bro?
I mean it does offer it, but I'm not gonna.
You see,
Where's
your
I'm,
app,
not, you
bro?
see I'm not a dumbass, and I don't lock my car keys in the car.
Hey, man, it happens.
Yeah, I
It
said it
happens.
happens. It really does happen.
The
once in a
one
while.
time I left my car keys in the car, I didn't lock the car. Someone literally, it was at work. Someone literally could have gone in my car and just
I've
drove
done
away
it
with
before, especially during the winter season when you're like it's snowing
And
and then
you're
you
trying
gotta
to get
go.
the fuck back inside.
Yeah, and you forget something in the house. So you're like, oh shit, gotta go back inside real quick, and then leave the car door
See,
locked.
this is
It
why I'm
happens.
kind of glad my car's like a push start thing, so I can auto start it when I'm in
Mhm.
the side.
Yeah, if you have an older model, that's what I used to do with my
I
Honda.
don't like push starts. I feel like they're less reliable than just a key.
Yeah, but if the push start doesn't work, can't you actually use the key if you have to?
Yeah,
Some of them depends on the
Some of
model.
them.
like the Ford I have, it came with a separate key, so you can unlock the car door. Like you have to remove like there's a little latch. You can take it off, then you can unlock the door.
Okay,
So
this is not a car podcast. Let's
Okay.
let's get moving. Now let's roll to the credits. You guys have any recommendations for any media?
One
That's not media. I mean it is, but it's not.
Just like
Stuff isn't coming. to
music,
mind.
YouTubers, podcasts,
Watch Markiplier.
Marketplace.
I mean,
is cool.
Kanye just released his new album. I'm looking
Donda.
forward to that. So,
We're listening while we're eating food.
well, we were barely paying attention to it.
It was just background noise. It was just
we can listen it to on the car drive to Cantina.
Hell yeah, bro!
bro. I've been listening to Mad Tyler.
Tyler the Creator.
I don't know if you
Freaking dope.
really.
Yeah, Mad.
I'm glad.
I just sit there. So like when I'm at work, I go like it's 6 hours of music for me. That's how I
Mhm.
do it because I'm in a crane. So I listen for 6 hours, go on break, and then for like the last 3 hours, I listen to a podcast. I'm like, I'm bored of music. I'm listening to podcasts.
But now Tyler has competition this year for Artist of the Year because
Yeah.
Kanye put out his album.
who do you think's gonna win?
I
good
hope
question.
it's Tyler.
There's
It's
a lot of
probably
Kanye.
not.
There's a lot of Kanye
Yeah,
stands.
it's probably gonna be Kanye, bro.
Everything I see on Twitter is like, oh my god, best album ever.
Yeah, I know, but
It's gonna
there's
be
also
Kanye,
a lot of
bro.
controversy with him, especially with the baby shit.
Yep.
And he's like constantly under fire because he's like,
He's bipolar, isn't he?
Yeah,
I
something
think
like
yeah,
problem.
but also because like he's been late in releasing his album and stuff like that.
Yeah. I recommend this YouTube channel called Kevin. It's a great FNAF tutorial channel because I get stuck on the levels all
you're
the time.
cheating.
I'm not cheating. I play a blind playthrough, and then when I can't figure it out, I look up a tutorial on the next
cheating,
stream.
bro.
That's not cheating.
That's why you use Markiplier.
When you really think about it,
Markiplier.
FNAF is kind of like a puzzle game, right?
You're
Where
a
you kind of
puzzle.
have to do things in like the right order.
Yeah,
To get
it's
the
just like
Easter eggs.
like a pattern type game. Yeah, you
It's
gotta
like Simon Says.
yeah, basically like, oh, I hear something, press this button.
It's like red light,
Oh,
green
I see
light.
something, I gotta press that button. Things like that. Yeah.
That's interesting. I guess a YouTuber I'll recommend is Mr. Ballin, I think. He's like a story time horror / mystery YouTuber
Jesus.
where he
Ooh.
talks about
You can read me a story time.
he reads about these like tragedies and stuff, but in like a story time format where it flows like if he was reading a book.
May,
kind
if
of.
you're listening, that's your type of thing. I think she would like
It's
that.
really good. Then I went back to Nexpo because I
Oh,
really
yeah,
like
Nexpo's dope.
I really like Nexpo,
Mhm.
but sometimes he leaves out some details. Like there was a story that both him and Mr. Ballin did,
Mhm.
and I went back to Nexpo's video to like rewatch that segment, and there were just a couple details that were missing, and
Mhm.
like his tone of voice wasn't all that engaging sometimes.
Yeah.
I just really liked the other guy's format
Mhm.
when it came to that story specifically, even though I do love Nexpo.
He has some great like editing too. Like
Nexpo?
yeah. His content is like visually always engaging.
Mm-hmm. But I usually listen to stuff like I usually when it comes to YouTube,
What happened?
Nothing. I'm just thinking about what I watched a couple weeks ago.
Oh,
when it comes
Like,
to YouTube,
years ago.
almost all my experiences are audio format.
okay, yeah, I agree with you. I spend most of the time when at work listening to YouTube. More
Like
than
even
I do
if it's like a
watching.
fucking video game, like if it's a like a let's player.
Oh yeah, I agree.
I
with
just
you.
like the banter a lot, especially if it's a game that I'm familiar with.
I agree with you. Yeah, 100%. Because I'm at work, I can't pull out my phone and watch, so I'm always just listening to whatever I can.
Mhm. Yeah, man, if you saw like my YouTube stats, like my watch time, it's like it's like 12 hours a day. Like I
What's
have
mine? Let me see what
I have my
got
shit
stats.
like
Where do you see that
constantly
at?
on. It's you go to the YouTube app and then you go to like settings and it shows it around there.
Settings.
Ooh, in your settings.
Yeah, but I've been
Oh,
having
watched-
a good time with
Is
that.
it time watched?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, time watched.
All right, so that's all we have for you guys today.
We're
Next
only 2
week's
hours.
podcast will be Shang-Chi.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that comes out
So
next
we're
week, Friday.
Sweet. Let's go.
The
Next
TikTok
week,
told me.
Friday. So
Oh
we'll,
wait, one more thing before. Are you guys?
Yeah.
Did you guys hear about the Studio Ghibli?
No.
No. What happened?
What's
So
going on?
they're doing and I think starting in September, at the end of September, they're gonna start releasing the big Studio Ghibli movies. So like Spirit Away,
Mhm.
I bought my ticket already.
Oh,
They got let me look it up.
Oh yeah, in the Celebration Cinema
Yeah.
app, I noticed that.
Oh,
they're-
I forgot. I watched Coraline this week too again in theaters.
I was so jealous when you guys when I saw that on your Snap story.
Yeah.
I was like, "What the fuck? Coraline's in theaters right
Still
now?"
holds up.
So
Yeah, it's a really good movie.
So Studio Ghibli is releasing the 25th anniversary, starting October
Third.
October 3rd. They're gonna be doing like Spirit Away is one. Then the following like that same month,
Castle in the Sky. Oh.
Howl's
That was one of my
Moving
favorite movies,
Castle,
Castle in the
in the Sky. They're also gonna be doing, and then at the end of the year,
Oh,
in
My
December.
Neighbor Totoro.
So just a heads up, if you guys are gonna want to watch Studio Ghibli movies, they're
Let's
gonna be coming
go.
out every Sunday.
The Castle of the
Nice.
Skies are really good. It's got a fantastic soundtrack.
But like, so I'm
no
looking.
Princess Mononoke.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at my YouTube statistics, and the last 7 days, I've
46 hours.
How many-
Bro, do you even sleep?
yeah, I do. I just listen to.
Listen to the
Okay,
ambiance.
sure.
Yeah, I listen to all my media while I'm working. So
Okay, so something.
It's constantly on.
Manhattan Jones asked if he could play Doki Doki tonight.
if he
Tonight?
can play
Yeah.
it,
I already
If
beat the
you-
Doki Doki games, but maybe.
Resident Evil.
I think I already
4.
completed everything. The only
Yeah.
thing I can do now is add mods to it.
Ah.
Yeah, I'm wearing my Doki Doki shirt. Really like that game. That was another great horror game you guys should check out if you haven't already.
I don't think I could get into it.
What are your total stats on YouTube?
What?
Your
for-
overall stats, like.
All right, let's talk about this off stream. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure to like it, comment down below on what you guys thought about Candyman, and subscribe if you haven't already.
It was delicious.
Thanks for visiting the Sleeping Cinema. Until next week, peace.
We going to Cantina?
Bye.